Welcome to the GRG podcast, the place for all your gaming news, plus hot topics of the week. Also remember to follow us on Twitter at KMega4.
Futon.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We are back. Man, Lord have mercy. Let me see if I got this stuff working and doing this thing. Okay, here we go. We live. Ladies and gentlemen, the GRG podcast is live. And look, we have a full panel. You know what I'm saying? When I said, listen, we was going to do it at the end of the night. What'd you say?
It's pre-recorded. This ain't live, people. It's fake.
Yeah, that's right. It's fake news. It's pre-recorded. It's pre-recorded. I'm over here. I should be watching my Sooners play right now. Boomer Sooner. But anyway, listen. I'm repping. What'd you say? Hey, and Yobi, why you don't have? Why I ain't seeing that? Why I ain't seeing no bandanas and your little 4-eyed ass on the screen? What's happening? Why you hiding from me?
I'm not trying to mess your shit up, man.
Oh my God! Oh my goodness! Anyway, no, you ain't gonna mess up nothing. I think the internet's gonna hold tonight.
I'm not gonna jinx it, big dog.
Yeah, don't jinx anything. Anyway, man, let's do this.
When that girl came to the door, they gave you that fiber optic. Now I can't make it.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. There was two reasons why I was late. It was my fault. It was nobody else's fault. It was somebody else's fault. But it was somebody with dreads over there. But anyway, no, we ain't gonna sit. No. Honestly, it wasn't even his fault because somebody came to the door, and it was just and my wife and her homegirl just reminded me of like, listen, why do you think that we got this new like security system to where you could talk to people through the door now? Like why did you go up there? I mean, that's just kind of like that. Like I just, you know what I'm saying? Like I come to the doors.
Like intimidating folks.
Yeah. Oh man.
You like to go to the door and intimidate folks because you're wondering who popping up at my house and not notifying me that you coming before you get here. Why you here? You need to know. A big man stay here. Don't come here unless you call before you come. You
right, and a brother on top of that because I'm gonna fuck you up because I'm a brother because this is more of a white neighborhood and then when I come to the door and I say what up. That's gonna make people jump every time. There people jump back every time because I open the door and the first thing I say is "What up? What you need?" Like you know what I'm saying? Like especially okay. So the last person that came through here, not tonight, but the other night, there was this young man. He came to the door. He looked sweaty and hot, and I'm looking through I'm looking at this through my phone because it alerts you when somebody's at the thing, right? At the door or at the garage or whatever. And so I'm like, no, I'm gonna walk up on him. Like, who's this dude coming up here at my house at this time of night? Because it's like 8:30, like about the same time tonight, right? And so I go up and I'm like, what up? And so he kind of jumped back, like, oh, what up? Like he was not expecting a black dude, you could tell, right? And so then he's like, I'm trying to sell these things, right? And so I said, let me see. And so he was a football player. He was a high school football player. And they have these coupons on them. I haven't seen those things in years, right? So
my God. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, like he had old school shit, right? Like he was trying to sell it before his football team or whatever. And I'm like, so I'm looking at him and then so I'm checking everything out. Like he's had a whole bunch of them or whatever. And I'm like, bro, you in the wrong area. Like that shit's way out there, miles away. No, man, I just came to visit it, and so I knew that I'm just visiting my cousin up the street here, and I just wanted to see if if anybody would want to participate and want to support. So I was like, okay, because he seemed like a man-normal young man. He was hot as hell, like, cause it was like even at this time of night. Right now, it's almost 100 degrees now. And so I was like, all right, bro. So I got it. And we said it was like $20. And I really didn't want to do it. But, you know what I'm saying? This young man out here hustling, trying to do his thing. So I was like, yeah, I got you. And he was real miserable. He said, thank you, sir. I appreciate it so much. And he said, I wasn't expecting you to come up to the door. I was like, he's like, I wasn't expecting you to come to the So I got what he was saying, but it was cool. But anyway, there was this girl that was trying to sell me fiber wire from AT&T. Now I got Cox Communications, and so
you fucking.
What'd you say? Now listen. Them rates sound good and reasonable, but I've been a Cox Communications person for a very long time. So you know what? Dang. Even though I'm paying more, the Gigablast has been saving my bacon. So. And I know I'm just
T-Mobile, bro. We the same way. That's why I keep T-Mobile.
Right. Bro, you know what I'm saying? Lady Foxfire. Yes, you can call me K Diva. I will allow it. I'm sorry. I will allow it.
What's up, Foxy?
So you like fish sticks, right?
Sorry. Yes. Thank you, everybody, for coming through. But anyway, while I'm over here doing all this damn yapping, because I know it's been a while since y'all seen us, let's get to the panel, because there's a full panel tonight, and we do have some things that we need to discuss, and I can't wait to hear you guys' thoughts about it, right? Because I kind of just got out the wind. I've been more on my politics, watching and observing, and every time I go into a gaming podcast now, here I just get frustrated. So anyway, this will be stuff that we'll be talking about tonight. So let's get to it, man. Hey, man, this man.
You back home, boy. You back home.
Everybody saying you back home. You stupid. Anyway, man, let's go to the man of the hour, man. This man has just told me that he is enjoying his little break right now. The man told me that he just, peace of mind is serious. He hasn't been here for a while, but I'm glad to see you here. Really do appreciate it. Can't wait to get your thoughts on these topics tonight. What's going on with you, Praxis? How you doing, brother?
Well, hey, thanks for inviting me back and allowing me to come on.
We're on Discord now. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, it's been really good. Like I said, quit my job, looking for another one. Hopefully,
hi, thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Wow. Indeed. Yeah, but I happy to be back on. I've been messing with my PC that I built and enjoying a whole lot of games. Like I was talking on the last podcast about how the interface has blown me away. I was thinking, I remember PC games was kind of pain in the ass, and God, man, no, it's actually really nice. I'm enjoying it a lot.
It's perfect, ain't it? Once they're working,
once it's working, it's something else. So yeah.
That's good stuff. We'll be definitely talking about what you've been playing and stuff like that here in a little bit. But let's keep it moving. Like he said, he's like relaxation in the bed. But anyway, we'll get to it and find out what you've been attempting to play or whatever. But we'll get to it, man. Let me go to this man right here, man. This man, it was my fault for being late. Anyway, no, Husky. What's happening with you, brother, man? It's good to see you, man. I've been checking out your TikToks, man. Been liking what you've been doing over there, man. I'm like, man, that man working hard. He's doing his damn thing, brother. What's happening with you? How you been?
I'm good, man. Appreciate that. Been trying, man, and practice. You ain't the only one, man. I ended up quitting my job as well.
Damn, what the hell? Y'all can't do what I do. I got hurt. If you're going to lose your job, you got to get hurt first. Shit.
Mental health is important. So,
bro, yes. Facts. Yes. It is.
But other than that, man, I've been good. I am happy. So happy to be here. Happy to see y'all ugly mugs again, man. It's been a minute.
It is good to see you guys. Ain't no lie about it.
Even got Viper, even got Viper in the room with the dead body over there in the corner. You know what I'm saying? It's happy to see everybody back.
God, you look like a black Uncle Fester right now, bro.
Man, good deal. We're gonna get to find out what you've been playing since we have a whole bunch of non-working mofos on this podcast now. We're gonna call this the searching for some more money podcast up in this mug. Boy, good Lord. But
I'm
now,
retired.
or maybe the Peace of Mind podcast. That's how it really should be called. Anyway, all right, man. Let's keep it moving, man. This man over here, look at him. As my brother just was saying, like this man over here might be with a cold, stiff one right now. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Viper. He's had his hand on his head. Man, I ain't heard from him. Only thing, well, I've heard from him when we talked on in the DMs, but I ain't seen this brother in a minute or whatever. So you know what I'm saying? So I don't know what to expect. It could be dangerous, man. He letting the gray come out. This man probably done all types of murders. I have no idea, but. You know
I came close.
What's going on with you, Viper? How you doing, brother? The man with the AKTVs. Let's go.
Yeah, I can't. Trust me. If you talk about murders, I came real close.
Bro, this is live. We can't. Listen. Hey, if they come knocking on my door, shit, I can't do nothing but just say, listen. I can only hold out.
Everybody audio went out. I don't know what he talking about.
Yeah. I mean, the first couple of times I'm gonna say, man, I don't know anything. And then when they say, man, we gonna take your house, your car, your family, I'm like, shit, he did it. He said it. I'll show you the tape.
I thought he said I'm gonna kill PlayStation.
Oh, shit. Okay. All right. That's good, Sir X, man. Thanks for saving him. Thanks for saving that brother, man.
But anyway, no.
Oh, man.
Been working constantly, and I didn't quit my job yet.
You close to it.
Yeah.
But I'm starting school next week, so yeah, it's
Congratulations.
Gonna be 3 years of nursing. So yeah. I'm going to be getting in there. And then K-Mega, just wait. You're going to be ending up in my care.
See, there you go. Hold up. Hell no. That's why I'm working as hard as I can to make sure, man, my life insurance, I'm going to make sure that shit going to be proper. I ain't going to have nobody messing. I ain't going to have no. Hell no.
You already going to be dead by that time.
That's what he talking about.
Hell no, bro. No, that's why I'm working hard. I'm working out. I'm trying to get as healthy as I can, so I won't have to be worrying about no Viper over here standing over me. Hell no, Lord Jesus Christ, no.
Wouldn't it be to see Nurse Viper?
But the hell no, I see Nurse Viper. I'm gonna be like, shit. Listen. I'm calling the law.
You got the venomous nurse coming up to you.
Hell no, man. That's why I'm befriending you now. Viper, remember all the good times. Oh my goodness. Anyway. Oh man. Let's keep it pushing, man. All right, man. My main brother, man. Who did it? Okay. All right.
With this audio, I think that's what it is.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, who did it? Who came in here and just messed up the work? Oh, man. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Oh, it's all right. It's all right. All right. So let's keep it pushing, man. Let's go up to my main brother, man. You know what I'm saying? I haven't talked to this brother in a minute. We've been busy doing this thing, man. Unfortunately, I thought that I was going to be able to go to Tampa. But due to circumstances from my cousin's wedding, that they're still having their wedding, but on the 5th. But I was told by his mom some things that wasn't true. So my wife had to clarify some things, And so then we come to find out that wasn't the case. It was like, oh shit, because we already bought the plane tickets and everything, so we just had to cancel our plane tickets and everything. And I was looking forward to coming out there to Tampa so I could go ahead here and I could find my brother Yobi. But you know what I'm saying? But no, I'm gonna have to make that trip to Florida another time because, bro, it's expensive as hell out there, man. Good Lord,
you know
have mercy,
right?
Yeah.
bro.
Oh yeah,
Bro, it's expensive.
Everything's going up.
Man,
Food is going up, gas is going up, everything's going up.
I said we was over here looking, and so like, you know, just this little sneak peek. Like my auntie told me, look, you know, they're gonna pay for the hotels and stuff, right? They locked down 10 hotels, and so they're gonna pay for it. And I said, you sure? She's like, yeah. So my wife kept asking. It's, well, I mean, they loaded, like they got money, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Him and his future wife got money, right? He's a pharmaceutical dude, right? Like, so, you know,
they make money.
Yeah, they make money. They make money. So that was the only reason why I kind of took it like, oh, that's cool. So all we got to do is just, right. Yeah. And yeah, they stay in a nice home out there, Cedars, whatever the hell is something out there, whatever. But I'm like, all right, cool. But then when my wife got the clarification that we ain't getting paid, and the hotels and we have to be in those vicinity where they are because everything is all tight knit. She put all this stuff in there, whatever. So like the hotels out there is like $500 a piece, and the fly out there was $800 by itself. You know what I'm saying?
One way.
No, two way. It was 800. It was 800. It was 800.
Round trip.
Yeah, round trip. But yeah, and 800 round trip, and then the hotels that they required was like almost $500 a piece. Like that was like $485 a piece a night. Bruh.
And you're not even going to Disneyland, right?
Thank you. Right. Like, and I'm like, and, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, just to
That's
go
so
to
good.
and then we staying there for what, 4 days? Yo, I said, nah, man, nah, bro, no. I was like, I said, nah. Listen, K Mega ain't rich. K Mega's blessed, but K Mega ain't goddamn rich. So I say, no, we're gonna have to get that. We're gonna have to postpone that. We're gonna have to say, let that shit out of here. No, son.
I told you live from the 405.
Live, we remain in the 405, bitches. We ain't going nowhere. Not
Live on the 405.
broke.
There you go.
Hey, we broke. Ain't nobody paying no money like that. Not to go to no goddamn wedding. Shit, hell no. But anyway, so now shout out to my cousin and to his wife, Candace. I mean, I'm saying shout out to them. We will send them a wedding gift for sure. But you know, hell no, we ain't doing all that. So anyway, yeah, people laughing like hell, bro. Y'all all that, man. Hell no. When I went to LA, I got flabbergasted by them high ass prices. When I had to pay like damn near $10 for water, I knew shit was different. Like what? Bro,
Yeah.
Bro. When we were,
I knew that shit.
I'm like, here in Oklahoma, water's free. Shit, water's free.
The corners, you go have some.
Right, you live by water. What the hell are you mean? You charging us $7 for some water?
Well, it's a rare commodity in California, man.
Different because you can't get waters from the ocean. Because for them to salinate that stuff, I forget exactly what. It's expensive.
Well, that's
Very
ridiculous.
expensive.
Yeah, no.
Right.
LA gets their water from Northern California. Trust me, I'm from Northern California. All our shit went down there.
See,
They just took it.
They just took it. Newsom said, "Hey man, give us that
choice.
shit. Go ahead, give it over here. Give it over here."
Fuck you. It's all gone.
Oh.
It's great. Yeah.
Oh,
So
All right, well, let me go ahead and get to my boy Yobi. I'm sorry. Yobi, what's going on with you, brother? I'm sorry not to talk bad about your state. Your state's great. Not your governor, though. But other than that, everything about your state seems fantastic. I can't wait to eventually go to Florida, but yeah, no.
You do know,
you
do know I don't live in Tampa. You know that, right?
lived in Tampa. Where? Is it Miami? Oh,
yeah.
Shit. Oh, I kept thinking, I was wondering why you ain't say nothing back to me. I was like,
Oh, he always
what's he talking about?
Miami.
Oh.
I'm literally at the bottom of the map.
Okay,
Wow.
sorry, Omar. He said somebody's mic sounds like they're talking through an AM radio. That's got to be either
Damn sure ain't me.
Sir X Man, or that got to
Hey,
be.
fool, don't make me part of that.
Well, you keep cutting out. Are y'all hearing them cut out, or that just me?
I'm not cutting out.
Okay.
Yeah, he not cutting out because he's talking all soft like a little bitch.
Yeah, your
Well, he just
volume.
talking out.
We can't hear you because your volume can stay low like that.
Oh my
For
God.
me?
Okay. Yeah, he's talking to you. He's talking to you. I ain't
Okay,
heard
my
one person
volume
say
up
that.
now. Know what you saying?
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
turn it
you-
up a little bit. Shut your ass up.
Anyway, all right. Well, okay. All right. Stop. Okay. What's going on, Yobi? How you doing, brother? What's been going on, man? Good talking to my brother. And I'm sorry. I thought you was in Tampa. You in Miami. You
I'm in Miami, man.
way away. Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah, I've been chilling, man. I've been over vacation, just relaxing, playing Star Wars. You know, been playing Star Wars Outlaws, Starfield. Just been gaming, bro. You know how it is, Mega.
Oh yeah, I know how it is. No doubt. All right, so let's get into
Yes,
what the games we playing. I've been kind of jumping around. Right now, you see me cooking on this COD beta, this Black Ops 6 beta right now. I'm over here cooking right now. Now, again, when I jump on this other new map, you'll see I'm gonna get cooked. But I'm over here cooking on this. I was cooking on this map. Well, because this was like the second time that I was on it, and I started figuring it out a little bit. But yeah. But no, I gotta say, man, the COD 6 feels real good and smooth. It's still kind of odd doing that whole trying to dive, kind of like the Max Payne type of thing. I've seen people do it. And it's kind of funny because I've done it a couple of times and then I got my ass shot up. But when I've seen people that actually do it, it's really, 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 really cool. The one thing that I did do that I laid on my back and I was lighting some people up, but other than that, like just trying to do all the Max Payne slides and stuff like that, no, that wasn't it for me. But it does feel really, really, really good, and it does pay off that they took the time off for these years to let this game cook. So,
graphically, way better.
Oh yeah.
It's like to me, it feels like a good merging of Modern Warfare 3 and the old Cold War that came out a while back.
Yeah.
It feels like a really good combination of it because the gunplay and the guns really have that weight and the feel of Cold War, which I liked. I like Cold War a lot. It had a pretty good multiplayer, but this gets that movement and that really quick pacing that Modern Warfare 3 got down, and it was able to incorporate it really well. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
This map's fucked.
Yeah, bro, I got cooked here. I mean, I had my moments where I get some killing, but no, I got cooked on this map. But it's a dope little map. But I was like, what's going on here? And it was my first time, it's rough. It's rough.
Mm-hmm.
It's rough. But yeah, no, it is. I've been enjoying it. Has anybody else on the panel gave it any run yet? Gave the beta any run?
Not yet.
Okay, what
I
about
know
you?
people with Game Pass, so
Yeah, what about you, Husky?
Yeah, I played and speaking with Yobi, like I've been streaming Star Wars Outlaws on been playing some of that. But today after I finished my stream of Outlaws, I actually jumped on and played like 2 matches of the Black Ops beta. Mm-hmm. It was fun. You do have to get used to the new movement. It does fit, because it feels different.
Yeah.
But I like it. It's a little bit more fluid. From what I was feeling, I got to get. I am definitely going to have to get that jumping, and all that stuff that you can do now down pat. But I like it so far. I want to play a few matches. I got my butt handed to me, but I'm jump in and do some more over the weekend and try to get a feel of it. It's best I can. Tomorrow is college football day, so baby, it's on the much. You know what I'm saying?
Are you in the league yet? Are you in the league?
What do you mean?
With college? Are you talking about real college football? Or are you talking about the game for college football?
Yeah, well, I play. Me and my homeboys got a league that we play.
Oh, okay,
yeah. But I mean, we need to go and get one started, K-Maker, man.
Mm-hmm.
We can get one started. Me, you, and whoever else you want to invite. But
yeah.
But as far as tomorrow, tomorrow it's like the big kickoff weekend. You know what I'm saying? So
it is.
You know what I'm saying? Then my team plays at like 3. I think it's 3. We got Miami, so it's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna go. Now this is what's gonna this is what's gonna throw you off. Now you see my Sooners and stuff, right? So my Sooners is playing right now. So you got to understand that I'm really upset right now. But they cooking, they beating the shit out of Temple. Like it was 43-0 when I last checked. But yeah, well I know it's Temple. Temple's not. I mean, like the real shit happens next week, right? But what I'm saying is that when I joined the league with my homeboys, and that's what kind of messed up me trying to. When I was talking about streaming and everything, because I've already played like 3 seasons with 3 different teams already. Like with what I've been playing so much college football, right? But here they do it and they have it set to where it's every week. We finally got it kicked off. We finally got it started, and it's like 35 of us, right? Like it's my homeboys from high school and from college, and so because they can't stand me. Or the fact to think that they don't that they don't want my Sooners to beat that ass, so people pick my Sooners. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna pick OSU. Nah, bruh, somebody already picked them. I said I don't even see the name by it. They said no, somebody just picked them. All right, so now I'm playing with Miami. So so I had to go. So I know, so I had to go against Florida. That's why.
Listen.
So I'm playing with Miami, right? And so I got the first win. And so so that's what made me think, like, man, I barely won that game, but I mean,
I know you did. I know you did. Listen, that team.
But I won.
Yeah, barely. It's cool though.
Barely.
Jack Daniels.
Barely.
Barely. Yeah, go get your Jack Daniels, brother. Let's get to it. But okay, so let's. No. But anyway, so what anything else that you've been playing, Husky? Anything else other than college football and Star Wars?
College football, Star Wars, and I also was playing Immortals of Avium.
Really good game. I got to get back on that.
Yeah, I'm about halfway through, but like I said, when Star Wars Outlaws popped up, I was like, I got to play that. So I didn't buy it. I actually decided to try Ubisoft Plus for a month. So I'm like, instead of paying for the tiers and all that other crap, I'm just gonna get Ubisoft Plus. I got time now, so I'm gonna try to knock it out in a month. You know what I'm saying? If I want to continue, I'll continue. But if not, you know what I'm saying? I paid $20 to play the game. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah. But I still got Immortals of Avium. I'm trying to get my once I finish that though, I do want to. If I can do a quick playthrough of, well, maybe not so quick, but a playthrough of Dragon Age Inquisition to get ready for the Veilguard. Yeah, I know it ain't gonna be quick.
It ain't gonna be quick. It ain't gonna be quick, bruh. It ain't gonna be quick, but yeah. You got time if you just stay, but you got to stay mostly dedicated. Yeah, like you'll have to drop another game to get in that. But I'm telling you, man, the DLCs on Inquisition. Absolutely outstanding. So yeah, no, I mean, just the game itself is outstanding, but yeah, no, that was a great game. So good stuff. All right, man. All right, so let me go to you, Sir X-Man. What have you been playing, brother? And what's been going on with you?
Don't say Tomb Raider.
Starfield. And that new vehicle made a hell of a difference in that game, dude.
You been playing Starfield? Okay.
Yeah, that vehicle made
the vehicle's already there?
The vehicle dropped. Yeah, they dropped the vehicle.
$1,000 in credit though to get it.
Yo, nigga, guess what?
Upgrade it later.
Yo, they already modded in the Warthog from Halo on there.
I saw that, but I thought that was something that was going to be available later. I thought this was coming out sometime in September.
You know what?
Oh my goodness!
The vehicle actually handles like a Warthog.
No, the fuck it don't. No, it don't. You
know what? Let me think of the way I think it plays like.
No, it don't.
The way you think it
that
plays
should control. That should control like the Mako from Mass Effect.
Hey, whatever. But that's how it feels like it plays to me.
Okay.
And I got used to the jump pack. Man, I jumped over a fence, dude. That shit felt good. And I crushed the guy on the other side, man. I'm telling you. It's a world of difference, and I can't wait to get some mods and upgrades for the vehicle that you can get, man. It made a difference as far as getting to places faster and everything, dude. It really different, and it comes out every time you get out of your ship, every single time. So, yeah. And I've been playing Atlas Falling. Atlas Falling. I'm enjoying the heck out of Atlas Falling.
Really cool game. Really cool, underrated game for sure.
Yeah. I'm getting used to the mechanics a little bit. You know, as far as the jumping in the air and crossing over long spans, because they say you can do it, but it's like the only way I can do it is if I got something to fight to boost that blue bar up. But other than that, I'm loving it. I love the traversal. I love the half linear and half a little bit excursion sometimes, but it's actually cool because you learn a lot. And the story in that game has got me immersed. The story is great in Atlas Fallen. And of course, I've been playing Rock Band.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, so Battlefield and what was the other game that somebody said that he Tomb Raider. So Battlefield and Tomb Raider's been on the side burner.
I beat 1 and 2, but I've had something else to play, man, and I like it. But I was still going to beat my other parts of Tomb Raider until Mecha Break comes out, because I played the beta, man, and I enjoyed the crap out of it. I enjoyed it. And whenever they release the Marvel collection,
we'll talk about that. We'll get to talking about it.
I don't play it on PC. I don't care where it goes. You know I'm gonna play it.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying we'll get to talking about that. We got to talk about it. So let me ask the other fellas up here what the stuff they're playing.
Part of the situation. Yeah.
All right. So let me go ahead and go back to Darth. What have you been able to play anything here lately, or you know what I'm saying?
I've actually been like testing out my PC a lot, just to see what plays well on it.
This man's about to get shit.
Yeah, when you spend as much as you do before quitting your job, real smart, and and you want to see what things do. I got a 4090 card. I got like 48 gigs of RAM.
Oh, this man cooking over here.
It's kind of crazy. But I've been
RAM.
Yeah, 40. Yeah, I got two 24 gig sticks.
Oh,
yeah.
Ass motherfucker.
Yeah, it's just being silly. But what I've been playing, what is it? X Defiant. Just kind of there's a PC game that actually I haven't even started yet, but I'm looking forward to it. It's a guy who is a big Battlefield fan who made a game that was kind of like it called Operation Harsh Doorstop, which it's like a Battlefield game.
I heard about that.
Yeah, and it's one I want to get into. Delta Force Hawk Ops came out, so I've been trying to play that, but it doesn't have controller support. Me being a console bastard, I'm like shit. So there is a couple of patches you can do, and there's a controller mod that I've used on it that works until they block it, but they're going to add controller support eventually. The game that I was involved in doing the voice work for came out finally on Steam, and so I bought that and I played. It's a racing game, like virtual racing, so that's really cool. That's I can't even remember the name. I can't think that it's Super Polygon Grand Prix. That's the one. And then I was able to get some deals on Steam, so I'm playing like Disco Elysium for the first time because I
got it, but I haven't played it. Yeah.
Oh, that game is it's a lot of fun.
I've heard really good things about that.
I heard good things about
it. Play with me.
It's what is it?
Distance.
Oh, I've heard of that one. Yeah. I'm interested in. Yeah.
For 7 years, dude, with the beta, and they released it on PS5 about a few months ago. I'm so mad. I got it on PC, so I'm good.
Well, and then I've been doing that. Diablo 4 kind of jumped into a little bit. I didn't buy it up front, and it's available now. So I'm like, oh right, let me try it, and I've been enjoying that. Black Ops. The Black Ops 6, I've been playing the beta for that. That's been, like I said, a lot of fun. Really badass game. Gotham Knights I jumped into, and like I said, with the PC, it's a completely different world. I'm like, oh my god. I was like, okay, it's running at 165 frames per second on my computer, so So I'm like, oh yeah, I got no problems with this one.
Yeah, I had it at 120, so I know.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit, this is nice. But it's yeah, there's a shitload of games I've been like dipping into. And I did play, what was it, SSX, the Sandstorm game that Sir X-Man was talking about.
Yeah.
I was playing. I was like, God damn, this is like a fucking snowboard game. This is fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
Now we fight those demons.
Oh, it's actually, that is a lot of fun. That game is actually quite enjoyable. I've only gotten a little bit into the story, but yeah, the story is interesting. It's kind of hadn't grabbed me yet, but I'm about to put some time into it.
We could go through a co-op.
Oh yeah, that is right. I forgot.
Let K-Mega keep playing football.
No, you're watching my gameplay. You see this right here. So let me just go ahead and but let me go to Viper first, and then ask him what he's been playing.
He's been playing sleep.
What you been saying? But as you've been seeing me playing this Wukong Black Myth, baby.
Oh my god! That cuts the his voice down. Oh my god!
That big headed bastard was punishing me there for a little bit before I finally got to whoop his ass. It felt good though when I got him. But anyway, Viper, what have you been playing? If there's been anything that you've didn't have the time to play.
Well, I've been hardly having the time to play since I've been working a lot. But when I do get some time to play some stuff, we already know Kena Bridge of Spirits have now come onto Xbox, but I've been playing that on a PC already.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it on Xbox. There's been a bunch of deals that I've been picking up on the Xbox lately, so there's been a bunch of stuff that I've bought. So my library has grown a lot, but I haven't even gotten a chance to play a lot of the stuff yet. So, my God, there's a ton of stuff that I have, but I don't even remember the stuff that I've gotten. But when I get some time off, then I'll go and play them, because tomorrow I'm off from work. So jumping into some stuff.
Very cool. Very cool.
So when I get off of work tonight at midnight, I'm gonna go work out, and then then I'll just go home, and then I'll just turn on the Xbox and I'll start playing some stuff. But before I do that, I'm gonna watch Rings of Power Season 2, because that has already come out. Yeah.
You going to the Planet Fitness in Joliet?
No, I'm gonna stay here at work, because they got the fitness for the employees. So, oh yeah, of course. So I don't have to worry about going to the Planet Fitness. So I just stay at work and then work out here for about an hour. Then I'll just take the long drive back to Joliet.
Yeah.
I used to like that about working in hospitals. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Very good. Very good. Okay. So as for me, you'll see most of the stuff that I wouldn't say most, because I've kind of bounced around for the last month on different type of games. But I mean,
Sampling.
What?
You would call it sampling games.
No, because I mean, there's some games that I put a lot of time in, like college football, tons of time. The first Descendant, tons of time. Like, I mean, like I got crazy hours in those two games, right? So, I went ahead and got my season. I got my season. I already bought my season pass for the first season, but I already went through the whole season pass for First Descendant already. And then I was just explaining about college football. I played with three different teams, and I went through the whole season. I went through whole seasons with, like, one team I went to 2 seasons. That should tell you how much football I've been playing. And I ain't simulating I ain't simulating nothing. Nothing.
Listen,
that's bro
in the game. Yeah.
I'm in 2034 in one of my seasons.
See, that's what I'm talking about. See, I would be close to that if I just played with one team, but because I was over here anticipating that I was going to be taking my Sooners, I was like, oh, okay, well, cool. You know what I'm saying? I just want to kind of run, try to figure out some things, get through. And then and then when the created thing just blew my mind because they had HBUs. They had Langston University, which is a black college out here in Oklahoma City. I mean, well, in Oklahoma. That's HBU that one of my ex-girlfriends that attended to, and I used to be out there on campus all the time at Langston, hanging out. And so I was like, oh, they made HBU, so they did that. They also made Booker T. Washington, which is a team out here in Tulsa. And then they had like all different types of Oklahoma schools throughout the metro and everything else. I was like, oh, this is crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was just, and I mean, and it's not just in Oklahoma, but this is all over the country.
Oh, I would think so. That's
right,
fucking awesome.
Right. And so what I did with my first two teams is that I played with Booker T. Washington at first. And then when I seen that they made Langston and they did Langston right, I said, oh shit. So I brought Langston in. So I went through that. I went through multiple seasons with Langston. And then they also made, because what I did is expanded the Big 12 because you can customize the conferences. So like, so like I knew Notre Dame couldn't get the esteem that they could because of the new playoff system. So I had them be the face of the Pac-12, and then there was teams from Georgia, teams from Florida, teams from all over the place. And so I kind of mixed and matched and took some teams out that nobody really gives a fuck. I'm sorry, people who plays for those teams, and I just kind of went through there, like really small colleges or whatever, and then kind of put these custom teams in there, and it was just a blast to play. So I did a lot with that. But other than that, like I've been putting in my grinding on mostly on Wukong, right? Like, I mean, oh my God, like the game is incredible. Like I can't explain. Like it's not a Souls game, which I love. It reminds me more of Ninja Gaiden, right? Like you're gonna get your ass kicked, right? But you can get strong enough to where you can whoop ass if you get your skills up. That just put it.
You're not going to
way.
get brutalized. Yeah, you're not going to get brutalized. Yeah,
right,
you
right.
can catch up and go, ooh, I can do something.
Right. That's why I was like, I hope to God this is not a Souls game. And no, it's not a Souls game. I think it's more like in a Ninja Gaiden if you're playing Devil May Cry on hard difficulty.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
What they say, Ninja Gaiden Black is still the hardest game ever.
No, it's
really
not. No, bro, it's not. No, it's not. Ninja Gaiden Black is not as hard as some of those Soul games. No, not even close, in my opinion. But it's a hard game, but it's not. It is not that. No. It is not. Anyway, also you'll see me playing Tales of Mana. Visions of Mana. Anytime that these type of games come to Xbox, I'm going to support them. So it was really good to see that a Mana game finally came to Xbox. So, and it's also Play Anywhere, so which is also a great perk. So I went ahead and I picked that up and played Star Wars as well. Star Wars is really good. It does have bugs, of course, but it's a big game. It's huge. Once you get to the next planet, you start seeing how big this game is, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and that's fine. I don't know why Ubisoft get the hate that they normally do, but it is what it is. But those are the games that I've been playing. I've been having a really good time, enjoying it. But I mean, it just haven't had enough time. I mean, I did for my birthday, which was Sunday. Last Sunday, I just said, fuck it, I'm going on a gaming spree. So I went ahead and I picked up the God of War for PC. I went ahead and I got Test Drive. I went ahead and bought the middle version of Test Drive. And then
I can't wait for that.
Right. And then I'm almost wanting to risk it all and get NBA 2K because NBA 2K looks fucking dope. But I'm like, just wait. What'd you say?
Did you get Solaris or Test Drive Solaris on PC or Xbox?
Oh, on PC. Got on PC because it was
Okay.
cheaper. It was cheaper.
That's what I was gonna get mine too.
Yeah. It was cheaper because they got a $27 version, and then they got a 54, and then they got like a 70 or like a $70 version. And
Oh,
I
it's
got
on sale for 27.
yeah. The Ultimate is like 70. Was last check was 77. So
Oh, that ain't bad.
yeah. But you know how like in certain places it'll go up. Now for me and Yobi, I was when I started going back to Fight Night. I always keep saying I'm going to do Fight Night and I don't, which I apologize. But because I've been falling asleep early lately. But I was almost going to get that one fighting
All
arena
about that
game.
college dog, I understand.
Yeah, and that college too. Yeah, my bad. So, but the fighting game, it's on sale on the Xbox right now. Was it Jujitsu? It starts with a J. It's an anime.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yes.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
Isn't that the guy you got in your background?
Yes. No. That's not the guy I got in the background. Oh, you talking about on my? Oh yeah, that's them. Yes,
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah,
Now, I thought you
yeah.
talking about him. Yeah. But I don't know how to pronounce shit, so just let me be country. But yeah, but I was thinking about picking up that fighter, but I didn't know if I wanted to get it on PC or if I wanted to get it on Xbox because it doesn't have crossplay. And so I got to ask my brother Yobi in Arms, which one should I get it on? Because they're both on sale on Xbox and on PC. So it's cheaper on PC, but I don't know. So I got to get in touch with my brother Yobi, which Yobi's right there, so we can discuss that in detail. But anyway, that's the stuff I've been playing. So let's get over here to the first topic. As usual, we'll take a whole hour to talk about this crazy shit, and then we'll get into the topics, and then people be looking tired as hell by we get to the end. But what people say,
it really don't matter. You get it on PC or Xbox, because I'm end up double dipping anyway.
well, I don't know if I want to double dip on that game, but it's whatever.
Fighter, I don't care.
It's a fighter.
I forgot to say that I picked up Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League, the deluxe edition, but it was on sale because it was. I think it was for the deluxe edition. The $100 version was on sale for about $29.99, I think.
That's
God
deal.
damn.
Yeah, they dump those things on sale. man.
Yeah, they're just throwing it. They're just throwing it at you. Throw it. And also, for people that is on PC, the Humble Bundle sale, I think it's still going. Jump on that. There's a bunch of games for sale on the Humble Bundle sale for PC. It's great deals. Xbox got some really great deals as well. I don't know about PlayStation. I haven't turned on my PlayStation in a while. So, and that's and we'll talk about why. So, matter of fact, let's get into it. Before we talk about Concord, well, before we get to the weenie roast with Concord, I'm
weenie roast.
I'm
Light
going
that
to
shit
go,
on fire.
Well, I want to go and check how many people are playing tonight because Ham Solo has been a dirty dog. And sent us some numbers about an hour ago. Well, no, about 2 hours ago, and it was at 140. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to check. But let's not talk about Concord yet, and let's go in here and talk about
impressive. 140. Good call, K-Maker.
The big elephant in the room, and that is this game that you're seeing in the background right now. That is not on Xbox, and there's been rumors about this game not being on Xbox. So I'm going to go ahead and go to you on this one, Husky, first. Your thoughts about the rumors that Sony's paid to keep Black Myth Wukong off Xbox. And of course, this is going to lead to a whole bunch of other stuff, which I know me and Sir X-Man and others are probably going to be like, oh, you know what? But for right now, let's just keep it about Wukong. And do you think that this rumor is true? I mean, there's something that Mikey Barra said that I'm gonna say here later on too that he posted earlier today. But what's your thoughts, Husky?
So I'll say this: I don't put it past Sony at all. Any chance they get to kind of. Let me just set up on this. If they any chance they get to kind of poke or burn Xbox or Microsoft, they take it. So it is definitely possible that they have paid. And I just saw something from someone from IG posted saying that it was that apparently that they paid to keep, you know what I'm saying? And I don't really, because I don't follow a whole lot. Somebody else retweeted it, but they were saying that basically Sony paid to keep Black Myth off the Xbox, and it's not the tech issues, which I personally thought, that's what I thought it was. I thought that, you know, with the Xbox having the parity clause, that you have to make it playable on both the X and S. I thought that's kind of why it was not being put on Xbox because of that reason, because they were trying to make it work on both consoles. And instead, if this is in fact the reason why, look, Sony been playing dirty and underhanded for a long time, man, and they're gonna continue to do that. But it's definitely possible. I would not be surprised if this, you know, if we got actual factual evidence saying that they did. I wouldn't be surprised because
Wait a minute. Did one of the guys from the dev team, what's the name of the dev company that made it? Well, whatever their names are.
Game Science.
Yeah, from China.
Game Science. Thank you.
Yeah.
So didn't one of them say that we are trying to get the game to work on the Xbox? Didn't they say some kind of stupid thing like that?
Maybe. I know a lot of them keep trying to say about, you know, try to make the S an excuse, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Viper.
No, go.
No, I was gonna say it's definitely possible. I would say because as close, granted, the game is amazing and all this stuff, but I know the closer it got to the game coming out, you kind of saw, like, there's been reports of just how the guys were not the best people as far as, you know, some of the creator of the game. They were talking about some of the stuff he was saying about women and other stuff was coming out closer to the game, you know, as it got closer to the game and things of their nature. But once again, I'm glad the game is getting the love it deserves. However, Sony has to be paying a pretty penny to keep that game off Xbox if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? Because my thing is, if you are making a game, and I get it, you know, you need resources and all that stuff, but why not put the game, especially if you're not owned by a certain company or owned by a certain brand, why not put the game everywhere to get as much revenue as possible? Because, like, the game is doing amazing. You know what I'm saying? Imagine how much more it would, you know, do, or how many more sales it would have if it was also on Xbox or whatever. But once again, I do not put it past Sony if this is the case. Once again, I'm still holding on. I'm trying to give them maybe just a little bit tad of the benefit of a hope, you know, that they actually knew this, but it's Sony. You know what I'm saying? Like, they probably did. You know what I'm saying? They hey, don't put this on him. But go ahead.
I'm gonna jump in because I'm gonna derail this show.
Motherfucker.
Here we go.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's
Make sure you got your manga because you're cutting in and out a little bit. But go ahead, keep going. You good? Be real.
Let's not forget Stellar Blade. Okay, that was originally announced for Xbox and PlayStation and PC. Then what happened? There was no Xbox version at the last possible minute. So now we have this issue right here. We come to find out, oh, the Xbox version is going to come later. All of a sudden, nobody's talking. Why is nobody talking? We know why nobody's talking, because Sony has money-handed the game. They want to try to use the excuse that, oh, the S is the problem, or we're having technical difficulties, it's not able to work, or there might be memory leaks. You know, memory leaks are occurring, or we're having problems with the RAM and this and that and blah blah blah, or the GPU is not sufficient enough. Lest we forget, there's an Unreal Engine 5 game / demo called The Matrix Awakens Experience on the Xbox Series S. Anybody remember? And that was running 30 frames per second, damn near close to 1800p, but they said it was running at 1440p, 30 frames per second. Matrix Awakens demo. And then you also have Immortals of Avium, also Unreal Engine 5, running on Xbox Series S at 60 frames per second.
Yes.
Albeit it's 1080p upres from, I think they said it was
still runs great, beautiful game.
Like 900p or something, or 800p, something like that.
Probably less than that. But
it might have been 720 even. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still like that has that up-res stuff. So you mean to tell me those other Unreal Engine games, Unreal Engine 5 games, that you can't run those? You can't run Black Myth Wukong on the Series S? And wait a minute, how about this? Hellblade 2, that's Unreal Engine 5, and look how that's running on the Series S as well. And damn, doesn't that look good? Albeit it's 30 frames, but come on. And do we have any memory leaks for Hellblade 2? No. So I call bullshit on the memory leaks. I'll call bullshit on, we need to work on it because we're having technical difficulties. I call bullshit. Sony paid for some for marketing. Sony paid for it to stay off of the Xbox. They're trying to hide it because they know they're being watched like a hawk by the by regulators, because Microsoft already called their asses out in public, and they called their asses out to the regulators that Sony is doing these underhanded deals. So they're trying to do it in private, and then the game science is actually trying to run interference for them too. So this is how I see it. Game science is complicit in this, and Sony is paying for this stuff, and they're doing these slimy, shady deals, and it needs to stop. If the thing is going to be multi-plat, release it at the same time. Just market the damn game, but release it at the same time. Nobody should have any exclusive perks. Just have your marketing rights. That's it. The game should come out at the same exact time. It should be parity across the board. That's it. Period. Now, it may be a controversial thing for me to say that thing, but it should only be marketing rights if you're going to pay for something. That's it. No extra missions, no extra perks to having the marketing to it. No. Everybody gets the same thing in the game.
Well, I don't think Sony got anything extra. I just think that they just got the game first, so. But I feel you on that. But let me go ahead before I make my point of view. Let me go to Sir X. Well, yeah, let me go to Sir X-Man on this one because he's leaning back like he he wants to be on podcasting, but he wants to lounge. Get your ass up, old man.
I'm gonna let the brother talk, and I'm gonna chill out.
No. Okay, but because I know what you want to do and what you want to add you want to add some more ingredients to this, but. Do you believe this rumor that Sony is paid to keep this game off of Xbox? And
yes. How many times have you seen this game? Was shown at Jeff Keighley's award show.
Yes, it was. The game was shown 4 years ago. Yeah, I was watching Wukong 4 years ago. I when I saw it, I knew it was special. I was like, yo. Y'all got to check out this game.
The first trailer That year they didn't really say no consoles. They just said game in the game.
I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry, X-Man. Hold on. Like before I forget. Rangy4 in the chat, he said he wanted me to say the name of that fighting game from the anime that's right behind me because I'm scared to say it. But I'm gonna let Husky teach me. Husky, how you pronounce this goddamn game? I mean the name of this anime. Because listen, I jump away from shit like that because I'm country. But Rain wants me to disrespect myself. But go ahead.
Listen, I'm from Alabama. I'm country as well, good sir.
Yeah.
But it's
country as fuck.
But it's jujutsu, like almost like
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Jujutsu.
Yeah.
Jujutsu.
Yeah.
Jujutsu.
Instead of jujutsu, you're like,
like juju.
See, that's why they fuck it up. Because if you said jujitsu, I'm like, yeah, my son was in jujitsu. Like I got that.
Yeah.
Okay, but correct me. Come on.
Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Jujitsu or juju.
Juju. Yeah, there you
like juju. So it's jujutsu. So it's not jujitsu. Jujutsu.
Jujutsu.
No.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Jujutsu Kaisen. Fuck you, Rain. I hate you. You make me sick. Jujutsu.
Appreciate it.
Yes, that's why I would say
you got it, K-Man. You right there, man. Kaisen.
Jujutsu Kaisen. See, Husky's young. I'm old. Like it's hard to get them lips to twist.
I have a show. Thank you, Rain. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Thank you, Darth.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, bro. Jujutsu. Okay, Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh my God! Thank you, Darth. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. Listen,
a lot of it's pronounced just like how it is. It's a few of them that thought, but like if you look. Like you can look like it's pronounced as how it looks is how it's pronounced.
Yeah, it's phonetically pronounced. It's some of the Japanese ones you cannot do phonetically.
Omar clowning me. Yeah. Omar clowning me. He said Juju bees. Bro, stop it. Listen, I tried to see. I want see. Listen, as for my listening audience, I'm trying to do the Lord's work here, and y'all disrespect me trying here. And that's why I go to the panel.
Yeah, we told you how Yu Yu Hakusho was written. You'll really be thrown off. So yeah, let's
see. So yeah. So all right, yes. Rangy for AI is needed. Get K Mega to get a K Mega AI to say that shit properly. But anyway, right now, Kaiten. I'll just say the Kaiten fighting game. Anyway, all right. I'm sorry. Sorry, X-Man. Continue, please. Kaisen is Kaisen. Lord have mercy. Lord.
Kaisen. Yes.
Kaisen.
Yeah, anime rapper put it. He basically broke it down and said Jujutsu Kaisen.
The anime's hot, but I ain't trying to say it. I'm just saying, look, this anime
it's really good. It's really good.
It's good. I'm just like
I got an easy one for you if you haven't tried it. Have Black Clover. Why don't you try that one?
You know what? I heard
that.
I heard that. Look, I watched a little bit of Black Clover on Toonami. Haven't really got fully into it. I know that Xbox 448 just he dies for it. So I might throw a little bit of time into that. But anyway, I'm sorry, Sir X-Man. Go ahead, brother. I know.
Hey,
Go ahead.
I'm about to chill back out in the recliner, man.
No. I know Rangy 4 wanted to go ahead and get me to say that so he can laugh and people in the panel can clown me. That's okay. I got you.
I'm not that, DJ. I'm not. No.
Sir X-Man, say it. Sir X-Man, it's a super chat. Say it.
Nah. You the host. You do the super chat.
Hell no. You right there. You see it. I see it. We all see it. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead and say that, Sir X-Man. Go ahead and say that super chat. Thank you for the super chat.
Better behave before I get Miss Patty. Good. I couldn't hear you when you laughed and went hysterical.
Go ahead, Sir X-Man. I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother.
Okay. So the first year that game showed, it just showed like a thing. There wasn't no console shown on it. The year 2 years after that, when they showed it, I remember this, they showed all consoles and Steam.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, this year that game come out, it started getting big talk about, right? And then recently, all of a sudden, we all hear it's not coming to Xbox. It's going to PC where you can play it, and PlayStation, but it's not coming to Xbox. How many times have we seen Sony in the past do that with games that were gonna be multiplayer, and then Sony came out and paid so it would stay on their system? How many times have we seen that? Too many damn times. And me and K Mega used to argue about it all the time for years when we was on the show that this shit was getting old. Guess what? It got old here too. Now, part two is it still sold more on PC than it did on the PlayStation. Again. So just imagine how much money they lost by not putting it on another console where you could have brought in a little bit more revenue. So by the time you decide to put this game out, ain't nobody gonna care no more. They're gonna get you in a bargain bin. You ain't gonna get full price for it. Because this game wasn't gonna go to Game Pass. People would have bought it. But you just lost money. That's on you. I don't know how long it's gonna take you guys to learn what's causing Square Enix problems. It's your fault. It's on you for being stupid for taking the cash when you could have made more cash being on multiple consoles in multiple places to play. I'm done.
Okay.
I just want to say I agree with. I just want to say I agree with Sir X, man. Like you just said, man. They miss out on money by doing that, and then the fact of PlayStation gamers. And granted, Black Myth Wukong is an amazing game, but like you said, it sold more on Steam than it did on PlayStation.
By a great mile.
Then
You know what I'm saying?
game that goes over there, but it's not making that kind of money like it was on Steam.
And it mostly sold in China. A lot more.
It's a style game, yeah.
Right.
Because they know about the Monkey King, yeah.
Well, it's the first. I think it's the first major AAA or really big budget title that they've made. So yeah.
The game sign it is. It's their first like big game
for that company. Yeah,
for that company.
Yeah. So,
but
and then
these people that put these games out gonna learn sometimes the grass ain't greener on the other side when they give you a little patch when you could have had a whole bunch more.
Well, I will
into a stock, right? Because it's gonna grow and then it lets you down.
Well, I want
completely right, because y'all know how cheap I am. I was actually gonna buy Black Myth Wukong when it first came out full price, but because now that they decided to do this BS, I'm waiting till it comes on Xbox, but I'm gonna wait till it goes down in price. I'm not gonna buy it full price.
I couldn't wait. I've been on this game, been on my radar. I wasn't gonna get it on PlayStation, but I damn sure was make sure I get. But I mean, but again, I've kept true to my to my standard. I am not paying $70 for a standard game. I refuse. I will not do it. I still won't do it.
I'm proud of you on PC. Because you know why? Because this game is under another publisher.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, when I bought it pre-owned. It was only $50. So like, yeah, I bought it like 4 or 5 months beforehand because I knew I wanted it. But
Sony doesn't get no cut of that because it's not first party. The developer cut of that.
No.
So yeah, Sony did all that, and they're not getting enough revenue for what they probably paid for the game to be on their system.
Well, the game is sold like 3.7 million on PlayStation right now. So I mean, they're getting a good. They sold a good amount, but I mean, when you're saying 37 million players, like PC is like overly
Oh, it's
dominated.
killing it.
It's killing it. And if this was on Xbox, this game would definitely be selling around 1 to 2 million easily. 1 or 2 million easily. So it is crazy that they overlook it. It just doesn't make any sense. But regardless, let me keep going down the line. Darth, Darth, your thoughts on this of why these rumors are now starting to come out? Do you believe these rumors?
Oh, I'm not surprised. I mean, Sony's been doing this for years. They've been doing it for tons of their games for years.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tactic. It's a tactic they've attributed to Microsoft. And in truth, Microsoft did employ this tactic early on in the Xbox's life cycle. Even through the 360 years, they were using that cycle. I mean, both of them in truth didn't have a lot of publishers early on and were slowly building them up. And so they had to find a way to compete against each other, and Microsoft was using it, and Sony took that. And then Microsoft at some point said, we're not going to do this anymore. And then Sony just kept doing it and has continued to use this tactic for years. And I would say, yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. And I would say as much as I can get down on it, and I do agree with Viper, I think there should be some type of fairness about it, where they have to have a limit to it. Money is king, and as long as there's a free market, they can do whatever they want. The decision that they have to release something and to limit it to a certain audience based on a payment that they accept, that's their decision. And I can get down on it, but in truth, they can do whatever they want. And if they decide to do that and limit the market and limit their user base, that's their decision. And eventually, I don't know how long, I would think, there was a comment in the chat. I can't remember who made it. I apologize. Let's see. It was Stone King. Stone King mentioned it. He was asking, do you think it's going to be 1, 2, 3, or 6 months? I would say if it's not permanent, it's at least a year. At least a year of exclusivity. If they continue to see the losses or the lack of sales through PlayStation, yeah, and compared to PC, unless the PC makes up the market share that they don't care, which it could be, that could make it enough where they don't give a fuck. But I think
they might be already there on that, honestly. But
they may be. Yeah,
I don't think that they've seen them. I don't think they've seen these type of numbers, right? But
no, they're not hurting. I don't think they're feeling anything. They're like, yep,
they're doing
really good. And at that point, if they've got enough money, now here's where it crosses the Rubicon. If they got enough money, they can turn that around and go, well, now we got enough money to develop and work out the bugs that we might have, if there are any, and put it on Xbox. And then, I mean, here's another thing. Once again, I bring up this subject every time I hear somebody say, well, making it for the Series S is impossible. Well, does anybody play this game on the ROG Ally? Right?
Yes,
does anybody... If they play it on the ROG Ally, they can fucking play it on the Series S. There's no reason. There's no reason. And if people on PC can decide to run their system, like my son-in-law, who's sold me this amazing card I've got, who runs his games. He was running a 4090 on a 500 hertz 1080p monitor. That's what he was running it on. Wow. And why he was doing that? Because he's a competitive PC gamer. He's an esports gamer. So he didn't give a shit about it being above 1080p. He wants it to be the fastest it fucking can be, and to have no lag and no input lag, nothing. So he can be the quickest.
Last week and nobody believed us, man.
Oh no, that's a fact. That's a fact. If you talk to people that do esports, they don't give a shit about like 4K monitor.
No, my son did esports. Yeah, no, I know. Yep. I know exactly.
Yeah. And so in that regard, if you can spec out a PC and run a game like Wukong on a ROG Ally or an LG Legion Go, and have basically the same system, or even a Steam Deck. I don't know about Steam Deck. I haven't seen any videos on it running on Steam Deck. I have no idea if it does. But if it does, and if you can spec it and run it down to that, there's no reason why they can't put it on the Series S, and there's no excuse why that is the bottleneck. That sounds like nonsense to me. Every time somebody uses it, I think about what you can do with a PC to scale it down and that they make it to do it, and why they would have a problem doing it doesn't make sense to me. Yeah.
We talked about this last week real quick. Practice.
Oh, I'm done. You can go ahead.
Yeah, no.
And no, it's just an interlude. Certain games, especially shooters love to play in 1080p because it runs faster, and the sights make the difference. You can get and see the sights better than you can in 1080p.
Well, they can see enough. They can see enough to make out the details. That's all that matters.
You don't have that lag like you would if you.
Oh yeah. Oh no lag.
It's
Yeah.
not there.
Yeah.
So those competitive people, they would never play on a 4K TV for that ever. Seriously, competitive, yes. And that's what a lot of people with shooters do. Like when we see them on Xbox, you don't know if they're playing with a 4K or in 1080p. That really does make a difference.
Yes.
It does. Yeah.
I'm showing it to the people right now. You see it right now. Game test. They're playing it right now on the Steam Deck. Oh shit! Hold on. Let me turn down the sound.
Sure.
If I can. There you
And
go.
there's something that I mentioned on the last podcast I was on with Wise. I'll bring up here.
I remember.
That I feel that I see Microsoft is leaning into really hard. I see Game Pass is kind of their breakthrough into software only development. Not saying the next generation of Xbox is not going to happen. I think it still will. But I think eventually they're going to completely step away from hardware and just go to software like Windows. I think that Game Pass is the clarion call of that's what it's going to be. They're going to be like, it's our software. We do games here, and that they're going to want to put it everywhere. And eventually, Sony, I don't know if they're going to buckle to it, but I know Nintendo will. Nintendo will be like, yeah, let's do it. Fuck it. Let's just have it there. Eventually, they may just. Because if they make deals, if Microsoft's really good at making deals, if they're good enough, they can sway them and say, hey, you got hardware, we want it on your hardware. We got it on, phones, we've got it on this and that, we got a PC, can we have it on yours? We'll do whatever you want to do. And eventually I think Nintendo might just go, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. And go with them because they have a good
As you're seeing this guy, he's doing the benchmark test with the Stream Deck. With
a Steam Deck, huh?
With a Steam Deck, right? Like this is right here. So as you're correct, no, this would play on the Series S easily,
absolutely,
without no problem.
The Steam Deck is essentially a Series S. That's what it is. Yeah, the Steam Deck is the lowest common denominator of those three consoles.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
if
it can even play it.
With DirectX 12 at 50 some frames per second.
Yeah, what is it? 1080p?
Yeah,
let me
1080p.
tell you this. Let me tell you this. The Steam Deck is less powerful than the Series S, but the only thing that it has that overpowers the Series S is that it has 16 gigs of RAM.
Yes.
Right. So it would be.
The frames would be a little lower.
It would be 720 to 900p at 60 frames per second on Series X.
It's a small screen.
Yeah, Series S.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
I mean, right.
That's reasonable to give to people with the Series S. That's a reasonable compromise.
Right.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right.
And
Right. So
you have this thing.
Go ahead, Husky.
Yeah, I was just saying, but just to what Praxis was saying, like you bought the Series S, you bought the kind of the entry level console. You didn't get the big boy, so there is some, you have to expect some type of compromise there. So there should, that playing on the Series S like that with the 720 to 900p. That should be fine. You know what I'm saying? You should be happy with that fact that, that is able to play and run the game just fine. Yeah. And just another point to what Praxis was saying about, the Game Pass being kind of their gateway into just going software only and no getting out of the hardware game. I mean, you kind of know that's kind of what they were doing. I hate that because one of my biggest fears is that Xbox goes completely away from hardware.
Yeah.
And that's kind of, and for those people who still want to have a console, Sony can charge you, can basically
overcharge you what they want. Yeah.
Market and Nintendo would be their only competition. And Nintendo, if Nintendo keeps going the direction they do with the directions they want to do, which is away from what Sony does, Sony would own the market in that regard. Yes, and then it would force, and I agree, it would force people that want to do it differently than Sony would per se. They would have to go to PC or Steam Deck or ROG Ally, which is viable. It's a viable thing, but once again, from the standpoint of being an Xbox fan for years of support, it makes you just kind of sad to see that happen, and then you have to find some other way to continue that. And I mean, PC would be about the only way. I've reached the point. I have a Series X. I have a Series S. I have a ton of I have a PS5 sitting right next to me. And I built this console. I wasn't planning to do it because my son-in-law basically sold me a 4090 for half the price of what it cost. That's the only reason I did it. He was getting rid of it. He wanted to make some money and he was going to give me a deal. I did it and said, fuck it, I'll do it. And so I got a great deal and was able to build it, which is terrific. Yeah. It's not going to happen to everybody, obviously, but doing so also put it in my mind. So what am I going to do the next round, the next Xbox? What am I going to do? And I don't know. My wife even tells me, she's like, you're going to buy the next Xbox. I think you're going to, but I might buy it for my daughter and have her have the next one. And I might just keep my PC because I have been learning, like I said, that the ecosystem is so similar. And I still use Game Pass. I had Wise, like he got on the last podcast, kind of was like, I hate the way it works. I'm like, fuck, it works great. What are you talking about? There's nothing wrong.
He's funny. Ain't he? When he said that, I was laughing.
Yeah, it works exactly the same. I don't think he understands. I don't think he's used it since it first came out. And it's great. It works terrifically.
Right. It's greatly improved.
Oh, it's terrific.
For Xbox to say, well, we're having problems running Indiana Jones on the PlayStation right now, so you might have to wait a little bit longer. I would love them to come out and say that sweet payback.
Have they even officially announced it yet?
Jeff Keighley did.
Did they give a date?
Well, no, hold on. We'll get into that. That's a topic. That's a topic.
I thought so.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Oh, keep on going.
Okay. All right. So let me go to Yobi. Yobi's been very quiet. I got to ask you your thoughts about this. Before I ask you your thoughts, though, I do need to go to Range E4 with the super chat. He says, where is Game Genie when you need it? Where they're making fun of me because I can't pronounce that damn fighting game. And you know what? I will not. Juju. Kensei. Whatever. Yeah, so I got close. Anyway, yeah. Stop it. Okay, so it's Juju, right? It's Juju, right? My man over here laughing at me. He's laughing at me bad over here. Hold on. Okay, so I'm not. Okay, so say it again.
I don't know the thing, and I got it on the first try.
Oh, because you messed up the audio, because I'm trying to listen to it. Well, okay, tell me, Husky, what is it?
Jujutsu.
Like bad juju. Come on, man. It's okay.
Yeah, Jujutsu.
Yes.
Jujutsu. Jujutsu. Okay, because it sounds like jujitsu. It sounds like jujitsu.
Oh. It does.
So it sounds just like jiu-jitsu. Instead of saying jit, you're saying jujutsu.
Mm-hmm.
Say it again.
Jujutsu.
You got it. There you go.
He's going to work you until you get it, man.
That fight game that much to be saying to try to get that shit right. Like, I'll just watch the goddamn anime. You some bitches. Why would you do this to me? Why would you do this to me? When I like the anime, I think the anime is hot, but you gonna sit there and I love fighters, and I'm gonna get the fighter because every fighter that I see, I gotta get damn near.
Help you out. Easy way to do it, and everybody will know what you're talking about. Just say JJK. JJK.
JJK,
There you
bro. That's it. JJK.
There you go. And everybody knows what you're talking about when you say, "Hey, y'all seen JJK? You watch JJK?"
Bro,
They'll know exactly what you're talking about.
JJK, the fighting game. Okay, so Yobi, you with me on that, right? Can you pronounce it, Yobi? Can you pronounce it properly, Yobi? Is it just me?
Jujitsu
Kaisen. Or just say JJK.
Oh, Jujutsu Kaisen.
No, Yobi's over here having problems with it. Say it again.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
He said jujitsu. No, it's not jujitsu. It's
jujutsu. I say jujitsu.
Oh, okay. So, but that's not the proper enunciation. That's not the proper enunciation.
It's not the way it's spelled. That's why. Yeah, right. That's why.
Yes, Abacab. Let me be country, but you know what I'm saying? But listen, hold on. What? Hey, we let Husky take off his goddamn glasses. We know we get cooked right now. We in bad territory right now. So let me just say this. Okay, give me the letters to say again so I can know this and understand.
JJK.
JJK. So people in the audience, so I can just be country and just say JJK and y'all know exactly what he's saying. But how am I fired? You said it wrong too and you in Miami.
I don't watch this shit.
All right. Okay. Let's get back to the copy. JJK. Okay. So I'm going to ask you before I ask you on this topic again. Should I get on X? Should I get JJK on Xbox or should I get it on PC? Which one, brother? Whichever one you say. No, just tell me. Just tell me which one.
Listen, Mega, it don't matter because I'm a double dip. And plus, right now I don't have
the discussion. It's over.
Shut up. My Xbox is getting fixed right now.
Okay, so it's on PC. So PC. So that's what you telling me. You telling me you a PC wrangler right now. You dirty sucker. Okay, all right. So I'll get it on PC. It's cheap on PC, so I'll get it. I'm getting it. And that might be the first. When I start Fight Night, that'll be the first game I'll play.
Okay.
Fight Night on Sunday. So, Sunday. Okay, all right. So I'll get it on PC. Okay, all right. Okay, so but Yobi, your thoughts about this whole situation with and even if and also let me know too, because I really haven't heard you say anything about Black Myth Wukong, if you were interested in it, but this whole situation with the rumors as well. What is your thoughts?
Am I interested in the game? Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying rumors. I don't think it's rumors at all. What did Microsoft come out and say? We can't speak on third-party deals that our partners do, and that should have been the end of that right there.
Did they say that? Did they say that?
Yeah, they came.
Yes, they said.
Let me find this article.
No, you ain't gotta find it. Viper already just pretty much said it. You know what I'm saying? I trust Viper. Viper's a great source.
Once I read that, it was nothing to discuss, but people just kept going on and on and on. I'm like, all right, y'all got it. But yeah, that's all I gotta say because everybody else just broke it down already.
My goodness.
Yeah,
okay.
That's all I need to hear. I'm like, all right, just let it go. Let it go. When the game come out. It is what it is.
All right. Well, this is where me and Sir X-Man are going to have to add a little bit more to this spice, right? Because I mean,
please, go ahead.
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, because this is an Xbox-centric podcast, but it might piss some of you people off. But I'm going to just say this right here.
We don't care.
No, because I always keep it real. I keep it real. We always keep it real on this panel. And if somebody wants to check me on it, please do, because that's why nobody's yes men on this panel or women when we have our lady friends on here. But Sony is just trying to find another way to get around without having to advertise, to sit there and to pay more money to post this out to where they have to do advertising. Because if anybody's been paying attention to Sony's advertisement lately, it has been absolutely horrid. I seen 5 commercials from Sony right now, and and it's promoting Astrobot and Concord, and they have been nothing like the old Sony when Sony would go all out with their advertisement. I'm sure everybody on this panel and people that's listening tonight.
Only been one trailer for Astrobot, and that one trailer looked fire, but they ain't say nothing after that.
No, I've seen 2 trailers so far, but they're really short over on this end.
It comes out Friday too.
Yeah. The game come out. It come out today or next week?
Next Friday.
It comes out it comes out next week. And normally when you see a PlayStation advertisement for a game, it is usually it usually be really tough, right? And then for Concord, which I've seen more advertising for and more extensive content for advertising wise, it's not the same. It's just not the same. Like they're not putting more money into advertising. Just like Xbox has been almost dormant to non-existent. PlayStation has been very, very, very bad. Very bad to barely there. Now they know when to and see Sony. Regardless, and this is what I've said, right? Like I seen them advertise for Concord and for Astrobot during the Kamala Harris and Tim Walz interview. You're saying what? No. Multiple times. Because you know why? Because there's a lot of people that are watching. There are millions of people that are watching. And so it is just what I've been trying to express about Xbox. And while Xbox, I know that they talk about their analytics and they talk about this, that, and the third, and why they're still lagging behind in that department. PlayStation is over here doing that. And you know what? There may not be a lot of people that may not be gamers that's watching the interview with Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, but there's some, because you know why? I'm a gamer and I seen it. And my first thought was like, Astrobot looked fun. It wasn't a very long ad or anything like that, but it was enough. It was multiple ads at that time. So if Xbox just showed Indiana Jones, if Xbox showed Stalker 2, if Xbox showed Game Pass, at that time, you would have had a gamer like me who is in politics care. So whoever keeps telling them these analytics, it doesn't matter and all this shit, they're lying to them, they're fraudulent, and they're making asses out of them. Because it is right there, and when PlayStation shows that, I guarantee you, because there's people that is in politics, like me, that are gamers, that is aware of it, and sees that. And then
Walz gamer, baby.
Well, yeah, Tim Walz is the gamer. I've been trying to tell people that. People was like, oh, whatever. That's neither here nor there. Well, regardless, right? My thing with this is that Xbox is it bothers me because I'm glad that it came to Xbox, and it seemed like when it was announced for Xbox, everything was good, but it also shows that PlayStation is trying to find another angle to take because they can't compete with Game Pass. They can't compete with what Xbox has done with their requirements. So they're finding another angle to make sure that Xbox gamers or the Xbox console is still looking lacking compared to the PlayStation 5. After a horrible generation with the PlayStation 5, I will debate anybody that will tell me that the PlayStation 5 in this year, at this point in its generation, is better than any other generation of the PlayStation in history. I will debate you, and I would love to hear you try to make the excuse that's trying to tell me and others that the PlayStation 5 is produced more better games than the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 3, the PlayStation 2, and the original PlayStation.
It's not even close to PS1 or PS2 combined.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not close to PlayStation 3.
And
The
PS2,
PlayStation 3, it was considered the worst generation.
Mhm.
The PlayStation 4 was cooking at the end of the generation. It cooked in the beginning and it cooked at the end.
It was cooking like a motherfucker.
It was cooking at the end at the end of the generation. Everybody's still trying to make this point to try to say that the PlayStation 5 is doing anything comparable in this generation. It's not. And while Xbox should be dominating, they lack any type of spice because of we'll talk about that, because of their thought process. But PlayStation is living and dying off of the third-party deals that they're making. So of course they sit there and they're holding, just like they made the deal, like you said, Yobi, they made the deal to fucking Stellar Blade. They made that deal. That game was coming to Xbox. They said, no, we're going to keep that. All right. They announced that. Wukong, they did it another way, and they were sly with it, and they kept it exclusive. And it almost makes me think that they did the same goddamn thing with Baldur's Gate 3. PlayStation for the last 2 years have been lackluster. Please, anybody on this panel, challenge me on it. Tell me what PlayStation has produced in the last 2 years that is comparable to its competition. Please
It's
tell
something
me.
that it's bullshit, because there's something that me and Praxis talked about on the thing that somebody brought up. After Baldur's Gate, Microsoft got rid of the compliance that it had to be one-to-one with the Series X.
The parity.
They got rid of that.
Parity clause. Yeah.
So technically, there's no excuse why Black Myth Week can't be on here.
Right.
No.
Well, now, again, I will say this. Maybe Xbox is dodging a bullet because of the fact that the game is not running well on the PlayStation 5, right? And
well, like I said a little while ago, bring that excuse. Say, well, we can't get the game to run on PlayStation. Indiana Jones. So.
But then again, here we go, and this is why I think that PlayStation is doing these deals. Go ahead. What was you going to say?
I know I'll just hold it until we actually talk about, because I know that's a topic.
Yeah,
we're going to talk about. I'll hold it.
Okay. So all right. So because we're jumping right into that. Okay. So before we jump right into that, I'm just going to say this, because a good segue. Xbox is dodging a bullet because the game is not working well. But is it really? Is it because Xbox is just being fucking incompetent and not wanting to push and deal with it because they're still trying to do the kumbaya bullshit? Which at this point, I've always defended Xbox as saying, look, the kumbaya thing could work and do this. Fuck that. No, this is where I'm not ride with on Xbox on this one, because of the fact this is the opportunity right now. If you had because the Xbox Series X is a much more powerful console. Well, it may not be much. It could be much. Who knows? But it is.
It is much.
It is a more powerful console than the PlayStation 5. And if you compare Wukong to the PlayStation 5, then people will be like, man, damn, why is this game is not performing better on my PlayStation 5 and I'm paying more money? Or with the Series S that's playing 60 frames per second, even though it's the fidelity is not the same. Well, this thing, I'm paying $300, and it's, you know what? Xbox seems like they care more about the customer than what PlayStation does. And then just like with Baldur's Gate 3, when Baldur's Gate finally came to Xbox, and they did a comparison, Xbox dog walked the PlayStation. to the point to where PlayStation stands didn't even talk about it no more because it was so embarrassing for the PlayStation and how it ran over there.
Actually, wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah.
Larian Studios specifically said that when they were optimizing on Series S, they found a way to make the other versions, the PS5 version, the PC version, and the Series X version a whole lot better because they were able to optimize the Series S version to make the other versions better.
Yeah. No, that's fine. Listen, hold up. I see that I see our brother Fahim is over here in the chat. He says, so what did he say right here? He said, okay, so Redfall worked perfectly on the Xbox? No, it didn't.
Redfall didn't work perfectly anywhere.
No. Redfall didn't work perfectly on any PC. Yeah. So again, that's the developers, right? And again, like, I respect that Xbox does the parity clause, right? And I mean, not the parity clause, but the Xbox has a standard of like, look, I don't want our games to be broken on this shit because of one of the reasons, because of what Redfall did. We have a higher standard, which is fine, right? But right, PlayStation's out here saying, yeah, just bring that shit and people will buy, and people did. And what I'm trying to figure out is why so many people on the internet is keep talking about these standards with games, but people are still buying these games when they are known to be broken. They're known to be all fucked up. They're known to be they're bug ridden. So which one is it, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so Xbox is trying to look out for the gamer because people kept telling Xbox, look out for the gamer. PlayStation ain't looking out for the gamer. They're just over here trying to make this money.
Here's a question for everybody.
It just don't make no sense to me.
If Sony was the one making Indiana Jones and they had Bethesda, do you think we would see Indiana Jones or Bethesda?
Absolutely not. No. We're going to get into that.
I just want to say something real quick.
Yeah,
like
go ahead.
It just really popped in my head, man. It's like from Coming to America, the scene in Coming to America where they're in the barbershop, they're talking boxing.
Yeah.
And he was like, every time we want to talk about boxing, white man got to put a Rocky Marciano out there. Every time we talk about this shit, a Sony pony want to pull Redfall out their ass. Like we get it, we understand. They fucked up. That's it. We understand it, but that's y'all one. That's they one.
That's they one.
Putting out Redfall. Like thank you. You sound just like a.
That's they one.
That's they one.
All we gotta do is say Concord.
We'll get into Concord later.
You got
Sony has more than one.
Listen. The Order 1886. Hello.
It wasn't a bad game.
Let me say this right quick. Oh my, there they go. Every time they want to put Rocky Marciano right there. They want to put Concord there. Rocky Marciano, Mike Marciano. Redfall compared to Concord. Concord ain't shit.
Bro. Okay, so to me to just switch off and to go into this topic right here is where like it kind of segues to what me and Sir X-Man want to kind of talk about, because it's not only with Xbox having this issue now with this, which
that's pissing me off.
I do appreciate Xbox is looking out for Xbox gamers in the sense of wanting to have the best product for Xbox gamers, right? On the aesthetic, it doesn't look good, right? On the surface, it just doesn't look good because Xbox gamers are left out. And then you got the framework situation with games like Marvel vs. Capcom collection. Then you got already SNK collection is already out. That's not on Xbox. And then now you see that Capcom is bringing out a massive, incredible collection with Project Soul, Power Stone 1 and 2, and other Street Fighter Alpha 3 and everything like that. But Street Fighter Alpha 3 is also on the Street Fighter collection, which is also on Xbox One.
One of the best fighting games no one's ever played, except me and a few people.
What? Which fighting game is that?
Later, the right Starfight. Oh my god. I'm sorry, but it's a fighting Star Gladiator. the rise of
Starfield, Project, no, but you're right. But so the original Star Gladiator, I think that might have been an issue because of maybe, but okay. So what I've kind of understood of what, Capcom, because a lot of people are asking what, because also because of Project Soul and not the original Rival Schools or the original Star Gladiator is maybe because those games are on Dreamcast, and so those games are easier to emulate than those games from maybe the PlayStation 1. And also there could be issues with licensees, things like that. So regardless of that or whatever, even though that Capcom owns those games, those properties, but they don't own all the rights to maybe the music, things like that or whatever. So, and it's just probably the emulation situation just maybe a little bit more easier. So that's why you don't get the original games and you get the 360, the Dreamcast games. But regardless, Xbox at this point is not getting them. So, Sir X-Man, I know that you're upset about it, and I'm upset about it.
Oh yeah.
It to me, it's more of these things of just like, damn, no, this is not. I'm not going to dog out the Series S because the Series S is a fantastic console, whatever. But who at their staff thought that, well, if they brought these older games here, these collections, nobody would give a damn. And it seems like if anybody didn't even pay attention to it or did pay attention to that detail, that's a fail on their part because there's been tons and tons of us Xbox gamers that's been talking about older games. So if we've been talking about older games for years and been talking about the preservation of older games, as well as Cerebon and others, how the fuck, I'm not saying damn hell, how the fuck did you not put it, you did not understand that, and you knew that Capcom was going to be releasing some games like that beforehand and not have the frame, not have some of the situations done and fixed in order for those games to become provided on the Series S and X. I am
even
highly pissed off at Xbox at that shit.
I'm not remember that they didn't even make it native on the PS5.
Right.
So I will say that too.
But it's playable on the PlayStation 5 because PlayStation is like, look, it's playable on the PlayStation 4, so it's playable on the PlayStation 5. Like that. Look, come on, Xbox. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? It's like we want to make all these moves made here, but yet we're just going to shun these games here. Like that's that bullshit lack of fighting games that and just other type of games or collections of older titles that just don't make any damn sense to me. Like, listen, again, I'm an Xbox guy, always will be. But that shit right there is just out of bounds. And anybody who has overstepped that, your ass is silly for that. Because those games should be acquired and put on the console. And we should not have any discussion about this. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Sorry, actually.
No. You good? Go ahead and preach for a minute. I got
no. There's plenty of people on the panel. It just pissed me off. Okay, all right. So let me go on here. Let me go to Yobi on this one. Yobi, your thoughts about this situation with Xbox, because this is going to lead to the segue. First off, with the whole situation with games like Marvel vs. Capcom, which we are fighter fans. We love fighting games. But these games are not being available on Xbox at this point. I know that they're working on it, but why the hell should they not already had this already implemented in first place? And my main question, which I've been asking the panel, when I've asked people in the chat this as well, your thoughts on Xbox announcements of Indiana Jones dropping on PlayStation 5 in 2025, and will Xbox keep any upcoming games exclusive for the Xbox console? Your thoughts on all that?
Case by case basis, like they said before. Second, The whole Capcom games not being on it.
You sure about the case by case basis?
Yes.
Okay, what game do you think there would be a case by case basis? I gotta press you on this one. Listen, I mean, I'm an Xbox guy, but I gotta keep this shit real. What case by case basis, brother?
Okay, let me say it like this.
Okay.
The franchises of Xbox: Halo, Gears, Forza. What else? It's Halo, Gears, Forza. The main top franchise of Xbox through the years.
Fable. What's to say Fable?
Fable, and I think that's about it, right?
That's it. Yeah.
I think when it comes to those, I feel like those won't be touched. Now, when it comes to the multiplayer side for Halo and Gears, that's a whole different ball game because that's still generating money on the multiplayer side.
Okay, so let me. I'm sorry. I don't want to.
I feel like those IPs won't be touched.
Okay, so
everything else is out in the open.
Okay, so I gotta push back on this one.
Yes.
So
please.
yes, no. I you know what I'm saying, because I want this feedback from you gentlemen tonight. So you said case by case basis. I was on the case by case basis as well.
Mm-hmm.
But if you allow Halo multiplayer to come over on PlayStation, Nintendo, elsewhere, right? What is stopping them?
Run on Nintendo?
Oh yeah, on the new Nintendo, no doubt. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But what would stop them not to let those gamers have access to Halo the story? Like, what would stop them from that? Same with Gears. Same with
nothing won't stop them because
Forza.
Check this out. Nothing won't stop you. You know why?
Why?
Because what happened, like during the beginning of the ABK trial, I think like right before it happened. What was Satya's words? Not that competition bullshit, because I think he just said it. The second thing he said after that, he said he does not like exclusives, but they do it because PlayStation did it. When he said that, everybody, the red flash should have went off for everybody. I'm like, oh shit. When Satya said that shit, the writing was on the wall for me personally. Now fast forward now, it seems like every time Phil, Matt, and the Queen, Sarah Bonds, every time they come out and put the morale back in place for the fans, Microsoft jumps on and is like, you see y'all getting the morale? Yeah, fuck y'all. This is what we gonna do. Hey,
agreed.
Jeff
Agreed.
Yo, you want something here? Announced Indiana Jones PS5 at the Gamescom. I thought that was hilarious, but it was kind of fucked up because, like I just said, I feel like that was not Xbox doing. That was Microsoft doing that shit. That's what I feel. Okay. Every time Xbox calm them around now, put everything back in place, Microsoft jumps over and just we knocking all this shit down. This is what we doing. So that's what I feel. It sucks for them. It sucks for them. The morale comes up, Microsoft knocks it back down.
Okay. All right. Fair point. All right. Let me go to you. Let me go to you on this one, Viper. My thoughts about adding on to the me and Sir X-Man's frustration with the framework situation, where it's something that will get fixed. Xbox will fix it. But why is it that Xbox gamers will have to wait yet again, already having to wait for not too long about Baldur's Gate? So no, I'm not even tripping about Baldur's Gate, right? Like Baldur's Gate was acceptable to wait 3-4 months.
Yeah, we had Starfield. We was good.
Right. And our Xbox gamers have plenty of content to play and sink their teeth into. But Wukong is a different type of animal. That's a must. Marvel versus Capcom for fans who love that genre, and for fighting fans.
Mega Power Stone.
It's a must.
And Power Stone. That is Dreamcast game. Right now again, those games drop in 2025. But let me ask you, but again, if Xbox gamers still have to wait for those titles, and then knowing that Indiana Jones is going to drop on PlayStation, what is the what you know what I'm saying? What is how should Xbox gamers feel about this whole situation going forward? Because I mean, about exclusives. I mean, does exclusives matter to? I mean, do you think that exclusives still matter to them in the Xbox console gamers, or should Xbox gamers just go ahead and just say fuck it and just move around and just deal with the new approach? If this is the new approach overall,
there's multiple things on this, and
right? There's just so much stuff to discuss about it. Right.
Let me first start off with the whole MT framework stuff from Capcom. Okay.
Yeah.
Since a lot of these games were on the Xbox 360, what is stopping them from allowing Microsoft to use their backwards compatibility team to unlock the Xbox 360 games so that they can be backwards compatible using Xbox One and Series X and S? What is stopping them? Money? Because they can still get paid for it.
Right.
They can still put it on the store. It ain't the MT framework, because you can still emulate that damn thing. So what's stopping them? That's the first thing. Number two, in terms of the exclusivity thing, you guys already know. I already talked about this long time ago.
Yes, you have.
I told you guys that every single game from every single company should be everywhere. There should be no exclusives. Every game should be everywhere. Because the fact is, if you want to sell your console, then you better make your console good. You need to make your console powerful enough and good enough to run the game the best way that it can run and get the most out of it. See, the developers, they want to have the most RAM in the system. They want to have the best graphics card in their system, and they want to have the best CPU in their system. And they want to have the best I/O throughput in their system. And the fact is, if you cannot provide them with the best top-of-the-line stuff, they can't give you all the bells and whistles that they want to put in there. Because the thing is, they hate having to optimize the stuff. They just want to make it and just throw it out there. They don't want to try to keep on going down to the metal. They hate trying to keep on going back and trying to optimize because it takes so long and it's tedious work. So if you can give them all the RAM possible, they will love you. If you can give them the best graphical powerhouse, they will love you. If you can give them so much CPU power so that there's no freaking bottleneck whatsoever either way, they will love you. So that's the thing that you have to provide them. So if you can give them the best box, and then have no exclusives whatsoever, and have the games everywhere, see who's the most powerful, you're gonna win. The person who has the best box, they will win, but games will be everywhere. Everyone wins. That's how it should work. And then, in terms of what was the other thing that
about Indiana Jones and dropping that game on and it just will Xbox keep anything console PC exclusive going forward?
So now, and then that goes back to what I was saying before. But what they did there, I think, business-wise, was a mistake. And then the fact that you let Jeff Keighley do it, that asshole, hell no.
Well, I won't call that man out his name. I don't think he's a bad person. I don't know.
Yes, he is.
Damn.
First up, he's the one that leaked the price for the Xbox One X when that was coming out.
He did.
He's the one that leaked the price. He's the one that that
that man to leak that shit. I don't think he did that shit on purpose.
No, he did that shit on purpose. He did that shit.
he did it on purpose.
He did.
He everything negative about what everything negative about Xbox that he could find out, he will automatically put it out there, so that he can garner some news about it. He will do that on purpose.
Man, they told him to do that because if he really did it on purpose, they would have cut ties with him, and they still doing business with him. So
okay,
but
you remember when they put showed the Series X, and he was in the dark on that one.
His face.
Yeah, exactly. Because he didn't know. Because what he thought it was going to be a Game Pass commercial.
Yeah,
he thought it was going to be a Game Pass commercial, and they changed it on him at the last second, and they dropped the Series X on him.
Oh,
and that's it.
I don't think they'll change the last. Like, I think it was always going to be an Xbox. They just lied to him. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, they lied to him because they knew that he was going to leak it. They know he's known for that shit. So that's the reason why. Why would you give him that? Why would you say, "Oh, and one last thing"? Bullshit.
Something you know they're gonna leak it immediately.
Okay, so let me read this from Curie because she's making a great point.
Curie, what's up, sweetheart?
Yeah. Thanks, our lady gamers, to listen to us, and everybody else that's listening to us on this, just kind of random moment of this Zoo and GRG. Thank you guys. Curie said, as for missing Capcom stuff, Xbox fans should stop blaming the victim. Give Capcom the smoke and petition them on X and other social media to get them to port the missing titles. Now, listen, I
ain't got a petition. Capcom see all that smoke.
Right? No, they do. But hold on. I will say this though. Have to push back a little bit. Those games have been in production. We got those leaks. We got those NVIDIA leaks years ago, right?
Yep.
Xbox knew. Xbox knew, right? So my point is on this one is that those games were being made for the Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One. Xbox made the decision to nullify the Xbox One. So that's my only pushback on that, Curie. If Xbox One games was implemented if Xbox One games were implemented with the Series S and Series X, then we wouldn't even have this discussion, because if there was any game any type of delays, then I would be like, oh no. I'm playing plenty of, and we are playing plenty of Xbox One games on Series S and X, but there's this weird dynamic where these games aren't, and Xbox knew it. That's where I'm saying, like, and I don't want to be one of these, because I know Xbox staff is getting a lot of heat for a lot of shit, right? Like, some of it is so unnecessary and so BS. But on this one, no, you missed it. You didn't pay attention enough, because you thought that it almost felt like you listened to what the crazed Sony people said beforehand, that gamers don't pay attention to old games. And that to me is where
I was about to say that too.
Yeah, and that to me is where I draw the line and I have the problem, is because you should have you've seen where these games were already being in development and being pushed and being moved. But you must have thought that nobody would have cared about Marvel vs. Capcom coming over to the Series S and X. Or you would have thought that Power Stone and other Dreamcast-centric fighters will be coming over to the games. Like because maybe they didn't sell because the other collections may not have sold as well. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, there has to be a team somewhere that has to come to Phil and others and say, this is a very big deal. You need to have everybody in place in order to have this work. And if it's not going to work day one, then you need to reassure these gamers that these games are going to be coming here immediately.
They should have known that people would love this because of developer mode. Because so many people put in that $20 for developer mode so that they can use it for emulation.
Right.
They know this.
Right.
They have seen. They've got the numbers for it. They know that people go to the developer mode and they download all this stuff and they emulate on their Series X and S. So there is no excuse for this. And what you said before, they are taking cues from Jim Ryan when they says that, oh, nobody wants to play those old games. They're taking the cues from Jim Ryan.
Right.
And that's not right. Because the fact is they shut down their backwards compatibility team. I don't know why. They should have still kept their backwards compatibility
they're going to bring them back. They're going to bring them back, but they're going to bring them back for certain games. Like, that's the thing with me. It's like, stop.
No, it should be for everything.
Right. Stop bullshitting and thinking that fighting games don't matter or certain other type of games don't matter other than what you listen to from certain content creators that aren't really fucking true gamers at all. They're grifters.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is where Xbox's biggest problem is. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna let Darth and I'm gonna let my brother Husky get in and take all the time that they want. But I got to say this. Xbox's biggest problem has been from last generation to this. You've let grifters dissect you to the point to where we are saying now that exclusives don't matter, which I feel that they still do for the console. Mm-hmm. And if you made a decision to say the console don't matter, then just say that. I don't want Phil, a good man, a good, strong advocate for Xbox, to come out here in 1 minute and say it's a case-by-case basis, and then next thing you say, well, we got to change it, we got to pivot. Because he's not only making, like you said, Yobi, the queen, which is most likely the heir to Xbox, be in a bad situation and get looked down to because not only she's a woman, because there's a lot of sexist fucking bastards out there, but also the fact that Phil, who has done such a fantastic job and saved Xbox, still get looked at and scrutinized because they listen to these grifters that now they said that we didn't need Japanese games that are now advocating on their podcast right now. And I will say their name because I was a part of their group.
Nigga, you left something out, bro. You left one important thing out.
What's up?
Phil and his team took a dying brand who was making pennies on the dollars to a $1 billion, to the multi-billion-dollar platform.
Yeah.
And they still get his man shit. Like, I do not understand it.
No, I don't know. And they're catching up. And it's like what I've said. Also, I've said this before King David, but King David has said this as well. He has a bigger platform than I do.
David.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to King David. But I've said that Xbox is going to be the market leader without selling the most consoles. Right. But regardless,
you did say that.
Yeah, but you know what? But let me also make this point because I've been a part of this team. I can do that. Not everybody can.
Man, remember, you said that when Phil got into power.
Right. No, I said this. I said this years ago.
Before things started turning.
And I'm also going to say this because I've been a part of that team. I was a part of BGST. I was asked by Crap and Next Gen to be a part of BGST. And every last one of them, Crap, Tim Dog, except for Showstopper. Showstopper bowed out a long time ago. Crap, Tim Dog, Mooch, Next Gen, all of them brothers. You know what I'm saying? Which I have a lot of love and respect for, have all advocated to be about telling you about the Japanese games didn't matter, and that Nintendo didn't matter. Nintendo was a little subsidiary like bullshit. And then look at what Nintendo was doing, and then now also look at all of them and what they're talking about, and why Xbox is like Xbox. It's y'all. Well, I'm sitting here fighting for my motherfucking life as a youngin' coming into the space and telling them that they're wrong on their stance. We come back to today, and I'm right, they're wrong, and they flip. We're talking about now how Xbox is supposed to be advocated into something, and that no. They listen to the grifters way too much because of, I guess, the status. Instead of sticking to the guns of where they had. They had Sony by the balls. They still got Sony by the balls. They're still going to beat Sony overall. But the problem with that is that Xbox could have already been well ahead of the game if they just listened to smaller content creators that said, look, yeah, Persona matters. Yeah, Final Fantasy matters. Yeah, fighting games matter. You kept on trying to listen to people that was trying to tell you that, Gears should never be on PC because the consoles sold well there. The game sold well on consoles, but there was way more PC gamers than consoles. What kind of fucking logic is that, and why it made sense? I don't know. But regardless, y'all are still fighting that. And then we sit there and we look today is that you're still trying to fight it by trying to find people that's over here still grifting that will say, I love Xbox for this hot minute, but then tomorrow Xbox is failing you. It's failing all of us. And then they're talking about they're always sitting there slow playing and sit there and ball riding PlayStation. When PlayStation, again, as I will keep saying it, has had the worst generation that they've ever had. Only a silly-ass PlayStation fan will defend how PlayStation 5 has been presented to the fan base. As a PlayStation owner, okay, I gotta go to some reasonable fellas here. So I'm gonna go to my brother up here. I'm gonna go to my brother right here, Husky. Husky, tell me I'm wrong that PlayStation, on top of everything else that we're talking about with Xbox's shortcomings and foolishness by not making things sound more presentable for Xbox fans, give them all the work. But please tell me if I'm wrong that PlayStation 5 so far at this point in their generation is better than any other PlayStation generation beforehand. Please tell me I'm wrong. You can. I know you can.
Listen, I'm not in the business of lying to my friends.
Okay.
Listen. I have a PS5.
Yes.
I mean, and the majority of the games that I've played on it, outside of the the exclusives I was beating from last gen, have been third party. Like the only real true, like I have Spider-Man 2. I played Spider-Man 2 and Miles, but other than that, I mean, and God of War, but that was also on PS4. So it's like this PS5 generation has been, I'm not gonna say lackluster, but it hasn't had.
Brother, come on now. Come on, man.
You can say, let's call it like it is. It has been lackluster. It's had some good games, but those games have also been on PS4.
Yes.
I think the only one that hasn't been on PS4 is Spider-Man 2, right? That's the only
Spider-Man
one.
2. Spider-Man 2.
For
What you said? Sorry,
They lost money on that one too by not putting it on PS4 because it definitely could have ran on PS4.
It would have. I'm pretty sure it would have did more numbers had they put it on PS4. It probably would have been able to break even if they put it on PS4.
But it sold well. It sold well for PlayStation.
It did. And but listen, the PS5 generation once again it's not gonna be up there. Like it's unless you know, I know the rumors are that the Pro is coming, all that other good stuff, all that, whatever the case may be. And it makes me wonder, like,
you buying the Pro? You buying the
man,
Pro?
listen to me.
You ain't shit, man.
Listen to me. I will not fit. I will buy a whole new house before I buy a Pro. Listen, let me tell you, my thing is, it's like they're gonna push all this is gonna be the best place to play GTA 6 when it drops. I just play it on my Xbox if that's the case, bro. Because there's nothing that y'all about to put in this Pro outside of maybe a bigger hard drive and maybe some a little bit more RAM or whatever to help like the leap from PS5 to PS5 Pro, like the technology wise, is not gonna be that much more substantial.
There's gonna be a bottleneck in the CPU.
And whatever. Okay, Omar. If you believe it,
Omar saying he knows you're gonna get it. He said you know you're gonna get it.
The only way I'm getting it is if you about to give me the money, my boy. So if you want to give me the money, you buy any means. You come on, you give me the money, I'll buy it right now. I'll go pre-order it. It ain't out yet. Ain't rumor to be out. They ain't got a date on it. But you give me the money, I'll go pre-order. That's the only way I'm buying it. If I'm using your money. Because if I gotta pay, if I gotta use my money, because there's nothing wrong with my PS5 that I currently have right now. So I'm not gonna spend money, and that's my thing. Like they're always gonna have all this. I know, but I know you're joking. I'm sorry. I apologize. I was in the moment. My bad, man. I know you're joking.
Cut this. Look how I cut this MF right here. Look how I cut that man.
But,
yeah, get him. Cut.
No. I know he's joking, man. But it's crazy, and I've seen people just having this conversation about the PS5 Pro and just the other stuff that. Listen, I'm a gamer and I love games. I love some of the stuff Sony has put out. I love the stuff that Microsoft has put out. I love the stuff Nintendo has put out. However, this generation for them has not been the best generation by far for Sony. And if you talk to actual people who are Sony people who play games, who enjoy games, they will tell you the truth that this has not been a great generation or a good generation for Sony. Like they've had some good games, but it's like nothing on the PS like to make the PS5 like just bam, like
stand out. Yeah,
correct.
It's now, not standing out. No, correct.
And now they still have some years left to do that. You know, they Ghost of Tsushima 2, they can have a new. I don't. It's anything is possible, but right now, as it stands, if this generation was to end right now, Xbox was to me is the better generation, and I'm not just saying it because I'm on this podcast. That is the truth, and y'all can talk about whatever you want to talk about. You can say Starfield didn't do this, Redfall or whatever. Or you can talk about all of that. However, they've had consistent games. And they have had good games, and we still got other games to come. You know what I'm saying? And I know we talked about I know part of the question you were talking about was Indiana Jones going to PlayStation.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I can't say I'm surprised. Kind of like how Yoba was saying when he said Sadia doesn't care about exclusives or whatever the case may be. I'm not surprised that they're putting it on PlayStation. My only thing is, they should have waited to announce that.
Yep.
That's the only, that was my only issue with them doing that. Is they should have waited. You could have easily let the game come out.
Yep.
You could let the game come out because it came out like a month before the Game Awards. You could have let it come out, and at the Game Awards, if you wanted to, hey, Indiana Jones coming to PS5 in April, May, whatever, or 2025.
Yep.
Fine. It's already out on Xbox. People are playing it, you know, and I get it. They need this is what I think it's a Disney property, basically. I think
It's
Lucasfilm.
Disney. Yeah, it's Disney.
So they need their revenue from it, and so I understand it going to other consoles or whatever the case may be, or other places. They need their revenue for it because it's Indiana Jones. It's somewhat of a niche thing, and granted, I grew up on Indiana Jones. I'm gonna play Indiana Jones. I'm going to, get it. I'm gonna be playing the product day one, but they're gonna need their revenue for it. And granted, it's on Game Pass. Granted, people are still gonna buy the game. However, they're gonna need some more revenue coming in. So that's gonna be the best of putting on something else or whatever, putting on another console. So like I said, I'm not surprised. They went about announcing it terribly wrong.
Yeah, the timing was really dumb. Yeah,
correct. And that's been one of Xbox's biggest problem. Like somebody was just, I can't remember who it was. I apologize, but somebody was just saying it's like Phil and Sarah them. They go in and try to build all the good rapport and get everybody back. Yeah, Yobi was just, they go in and get everybody. Hey, come on, we got you. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. We got you here. And here come big bad Microsoft. Like, call this. Get out of here. Yeah. Like when they come, you done built your whole wall up here. They come, knock that shit back down, just barging through like the Kool-Aid man. You put up the wall.
That's exactly it.
Like just that's basically what they're doing, and it's like they're shooting themselves in the foot, man. Like you have so many people who love the Xbox brand and what they have to offer for people, and it's like you keep hanging them out to dry. You keep hanging people out. Like, once again, I've been an Xbox person since the inception, since the original Xbox.
Yes, indeed.
I've had every version of the Xbox.
Yep.
And it's like, hey, like you said, our exclusives are not really exclusive anymore. And I get it. I get some of the newer things. Hey, I get those going on. Because I know I think before they announced that, the rumor was that Forza was going. Like everybody, the big rumor was, they were going to Forza was going to be on PlayStation.
Yeah, I didn't believe
that.
Be
PlayStation.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and everybody's like, well, somebody asked me about it. I was like, hey, we'll wait and see. You know what I'm saying? If it is, it is. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But we'll wait and see.
If Forza goes to PlayStation, they might well just shut that Gran Turismo IP down.
Definitely. And I
cook the shit out.
No, if Forza go to PlayStation,
it's a great IP, it's a great game, but against Forza, both Forza, you ain't, bro.
If Forza goes to PlayStation, that means Horizon goes to PlayStation. I mean, not Horizon.
Well, that's what he's saying. No.
Yeah, Horizon. Yeah, you're right. Horizon. Yeah.
No, but I'm saying if they go there, Playground Games is making Fable, so that means Fable's going to go over there to PlayStation too.
Right. No, you're right. You're right.
Fable is a part of the OG core of the Xbox, but like I said,
no. I mean, Fable is an OG core to like that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I was saying like I didn't see it. Not only because I still question what's going to go and what's not, but my whole thing was like when they said Horizon 5, I was just thinking like, well, that would be ridiculous because they're 1 or 2 years away from being delisted. So why would you bring that over to PlayStation? Bring over there to PlayStation when that game would not work. So anyway,
if they do bring it on, that means that they're gonna have to renegotiate and get more.
Right, and that means PlayStation had to give them money. Had to give PlayStation money to keep that game to go to come over. So. I don't know, but go ahead. Yeah, Husky, go ahead. Continue.
Together. That's smart, nigga. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's really it, man. It's a lot. I hate, that we can't get the fighting games, the fighting games, because like you said, Power Stone. I've been begging. Power Stone is one of those fighting games. Power Stone and Bloody Roar are 2 of the fighting games that I love, and I would love to see them get remade.
You are friends for life, dude. You said Bloody Roar. We friends.
I would love to see them remade or put where we can play them again on the Xbox. But I'm happy they're coming out, but at the same time, I'm not happy that it's not gonna be on Xbox. You know what I'm saying? I like my fighting games, but I like playing them on my Xbox, or at least using the Xbox controller. And then granted, I could get it on my own, get it on PC or what have you, but I like having like stuff like that on my console and primarily my Xbox. But that's they definitely got to fix that, or whoever needs to fix. I put like whoever needs to fix it fast. Like that needs to be done. And like I know you said you were saying how the grifters like and I ain't gonna say I get it. I really hate that happened. You know, they're listening to the wrong people. They missed out on so much listening to those people.
And
like
people don't
just not
talk about the brand, bro.
correct.
You
Correct.
see,
More,
you
like,
see, but you see what I'm saying though, right? I mean, as I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like BGST was the standard when it came to Xbox content. You know what I'm saying?
Any flip, I was listening to you guys the whole time.
I have no, you know what I'm saying, next gen, you know what I'm saying, I have another issue with him because he tried to get too saucy with his language about how he wants to talk to a man, you know what I'm saying, and then you know what I'm saying, and then he runs off like he runs off and then he wants to have other dudes sit there and try to do his work for him. Bro, no, we ain't ever gonna get right until me and you get to that face to face. But regardless, that other than that, like he'll be the first one to say, "Oh, Mega, you know what I'm saying? He like them white boys and he like that, yeah, whatever." You know what I'm saying? No. You disrespect me as a black man, and you disrespect my black co-workers, which that was a part of GRG, which were black women, to the point to where you thought that you could call them bitches. Let's not be funny. I only got one more episode of GRG left. I'm going to sit there and I'm going to air your punk ass out. When I see you, if I ever see you, we going to have to hash that out like real black men as you try to claim to be, or we going to hash that, well, we ain't going to ever hash it out. But I'm going to always call you out for who you really are. You know what I'm saying? And how you always try to pretend and how you try to call me out as not being a true black man or whatever the fuck you try to do. But regardless of that. No.
I feel you, but let's make the conversation.
I am, but what I'm trying to say is this. With next gen, it's personal on another level as black men, as black men on black men, right?
Yeah, I know.
Don't make me have to bring out the dead bodies, okay?
No. With Tim, with Chris, with Xbot, with Mooch, with Crap, everybody's been always highly respectable and been cool with me. I got nothing disrespectful to say to them on anything. The evil shit that I've seen some of those PlayStation people say to them and try to do to them, right? Even next gen, right? Like that, like it's not warranted, it's not respected. Even Showstopper as well. Like a lot of people like Showstopper because he's funny, he's cool, but Showstopper don't. But let's not get it. Let's not get this twisted. Showstopper is not about that bullshit either, right? So let's get that true, right? Anyway, with all that being said, all of those brothers that I've worked with, that I've been a part with, that I don't have animosity towards, but what I have a problem with is that they were the ones that dictated a lot of what's going on now, and now they run off. Especially, and like I said, I hate this because I love Tim. Tim got me in. Tim got me in there to talk to Phil. I was with Tim to talk to Phil and his family. Met his Phil Spencer's daughter. All that. I'm right there with Tim, right? And I'm sitting here and I'm listening to Tim the way he's acting right now, and I can't say anything bad about Tim because I love Tim, right? But what I can't understand is like, Tim, why would you do this over a fucking console when it's way more personal than that? When Phil Spencer has been such a good man to every last one of us. Every last one of us.
Tim Dog did what he did, right? I just didn't like the fact that he went into space and let them people talk.
Right.
Like he a fucking dog.
Whoa, like
He was
that.
a crackhead. He was on drugs. I was like, bro, what are you
I
doing?
can't co-sign that. The folks that has never met Phil Spencer, have talked to Phil Spencer, have ever been around Phil Spencer. I have. I've been in parties with Phil. Even before that, when there was another person that I ain't even going to mention that was in there, and I'm in there with the parties with Phil Spencer, and that man is a gamer, bro. Like, that man is not a bad dude in no way, shape, or form. And he cares about gaming. He cares about gamers, and he listens to you, right? He does. And so for these people to act like the way that they fucking do, it makes me, it hurts me, because we all came in here for a common purpose. But then once the money came in, once the esteem came in, and then once this whole clout came in, it turned into what it's turned into. And listen, I'm not mad at anybody that feels that Phil has abandoned them or has betrayed them, because listen, I don't feel that Phil Spencer has betrayed the Xbox gamers. I just feel that at this point, the Xbox way of how we looked at it, it's over. It's dead. I've said this in my thought videos. It is what it is. And if Phil has to make that pivot because his superiors have told him to make that pivot. This is reasons why Yoshida is not still at PlayStation. This is why Andrew House and Andrew Voorhees are gone from PlayStation. This is why Sean Layden and others are gone from PlayStation, because these are the people that pays the checks, that gives these people the money to make this ship run round, right? So that's my whole thing about it. Like, I am never, ever in my life, as long as I live, will ever talk bad about Phil Spencer, because Phil Spencer has always been good to me. Like I said, this year in February, when I met the man multiple times, but the one thing that I will never, ever, ever, ever forget, like, because I don't know the man like that, like my brothers Megatron and others, right? But the one thing I will never forget, on my worst day ever, when my mom died, if I sit there and help watching over her, taking care of her through her last days of her life, when Phil Spencer's getting raked by Xbox gamers and everybody else, Phil Spencer still sits there and hits me up and says, "Mega, I am so sorry about your mother passing. I wanted to sit there and to make that public and let everybody mourn with us, with you. But know that Xbox mourns with you because of the fact that because you're hurting so bad that," and I know I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but those kind words meant a lot. And that's not only because of that, but this man don't know me that well, like he knew Tim, or like he knew Crap, or like he knew others. But that man sit there and came to me personally when I didn't even ask, beg, or suggested for him to even acknowledge me, to sit there and tell me, "I am so sorry about your mom passing." And
he reached out like a man.
He reached out like a man when his situation, when he was getting cooked. Because I'm over here feeling so bad about Xbox at this point, because everybody's so mad about the rumors about Project Latitude and about everything else beforehand. So again, yes, am I against Xbox and what their strategy is doing on certain things? Yes, because it's stupid. It doesn't make sense. You should have already had people to be cared. And I know Phil and them don't care about fighters, but you better start. You better start, because it doesn't just land with fighters. It lands with every other thing out there as well. And when you start bringing out collections that really hit the gamer's soul especially like us, it means something. And if you're listening to other people that's out there that's advocating for PlayStation now, that told you beforehand that Japanese games or whatever the fuck beforehand didn't matter, then you're listening to the wrong crowd just because they get better numbers. You are fooling yourselves and making fools and asses of yourselves. Better start paying attention to the smaller content creators, or you'll lose a ton more of gamers out there. That's not only from me just saying this as a Xbox gamer that will always stay an Xbox gamer, but there's people out there that will not remain to be Xbox gamers because you didn't listen to them. That's just the reality. Let me go ahead and go to Darth. I'm sorry, Darth. I know, I'm ranting and raving, but I'm just saying. But I'm just saying. I just got to keep going in.
Have well and justly put this one to bed. I'd have to say.
Yeah. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry, brother. But I just, you know what I'm saying. I haven't done this in a while, but you know what I'm saying. I had to say what I had to say. I'm sorry.
No, you guys don't apologize for nothing. Don't worry about it.
That's why you need to keep on having a few more podcasts before the end of the year. This can't be the second to last.
No, this is second to last, brother. This is second to last.
You got a vent,
bro. Bro. No. Because if I vent, I might be throwing out some diss tracks. I don't want to do that because I know that none of them motherfuckers want to fuck with me. I know that they don't want to fuck with me. None of them. They ain't on my level, so I ain't worried about it. But let me stop.
I'm sorry.
They don't want to fuck with me. Go ahead, Praxis. Go ahead, speak.
Like I said, you leave me speechless, man. I don't even know how to follow that shit up.
Please follow it.
Well, give me throw me out a question. What you want me to answer?
Well, okay, so I know because I was ranting off like crazy. I'm sorry. Okay, so pretty much. Yeah, I know because I took it off track. I'm sorry, but it's about the Xbox announcement for the Indiana Jones dropping in on PlayStation 5. Was that smart? I agree with Husky. It was not smart in my opinion. I thought that was way too premature. But also, will Xbox keep upcoming games exclusive for the console? Will it? Is the console will it still be remained relevant going forward?
I think I mentioned a little earlier, but or I might have mentioned backstage or a little bit earlier on, but I'd say there's a limited time frame that I see the console as we know it existing. The way that Microsoft, and I don't mean Xbox, but Microsoft is wanting to run the company. I see them wanting to turn Xbox into a software company versus a hardware company. Mm-hmm. And Game Pass is the indication of that. Long time ago, when that came out, I had a feeling that was what they were leaning toward. And the more that they do, the more that it kind of is illustrating that's what they're trying to go after. And I'm not surprised because Microsoft is a software company, right? And they've been doing Xbox because it's been getting them good press. It's been bringing gamers in. I mean, they've got a lot of positives. Now, as far as what they've made money, maybe not as much as they could have, but it's something that they can still be successful at, and they are still successful. And I think Game Pass kind of illustrates that too. But once they reached a point where they're actually like transitioning, when they get to where Game Pass is so successful, where they bring so many more people into it, I think that is their end all goal, is to push it that way. I don't think that's great for gamers and Xbox fans because I've supported Xbox since day one too, and I've had every console, and it does sadden me to think that they want to move away from it, especially as a console gamer, a longtime console gamer. But I mean, I don't put it past them to want to drift that direction. As far as exclusives, I think some are going to stay as long as the console exists. There are going to be core games that they're going to hold on to that I don't see them just like putting on every console.
What games do you think? What games do you think that
I
Xbox
would
will
say,
hold on to?
it's gonna be their top tier games like Halo. Now we mentioned Forza and Forza Horizon. Yeah, I could see them actually doing that, actually putting it on Sony system, and that would almost be like cutting throats doing that, because once they do that, Sony's going to have a hard time. I mean, they're going to be competing with their own competitors' game on their own system. So they're going to be like, I mean, it's a rough one. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say. Halo is one of the few holdouts I could see them not putting on it. Man, dude, I don't know. There's so few left. There's so few left.
Yes.
It's hard to say. It's hard to say now.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sitting there thinking, and I'm kind of stuck. I'm like, yeah.
Right. That's the thing that I'm fighting with as well. Like, I mean, it should be all of us on this panel agreeing that Halo, Gears, Forza, Fable, and now since they picked up Bethesda, Oblivion,
or Elder Scrolls,
Elder Scrolls, and Fallout, and Starfield, and Starfield.
Yeah.
And I'm going to add one just because I'm a fighter fan, and that I just would hate to see it, but I know that it probably will happen. Killer Instinct. Those 8 games can't and will not ever touch the PlayStation console. But
yeah,
you're fighting with it. You're fighting with it.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard to say with the direction that they've taken if they wouldn't just start doing that.
Yeah.
And what they did with Indiana Jones, Husky, I totally agree. I think it was the dumbest thing they could have done, announcing it now instead of waiting until it had been brought out.
Right.
They should. I don't even think at an awards, anything. I think it should have waited until like January or February and say, hey, and blow people away and really like, oh my God, it's coming. Holy shit. And surprise people after it's already done some business and success on Xbox. Instead, they've kind of short-circuited everything. And sadly, that's kind of par for the course for their advertising and for their promotion. It's like they don't know what they're doing.
Right.
Shut about
go ahead.
They shoot themselves. I'm just saying they always shooting themselves in the foot. Just a Cheddar Bob situation. Like Praxis just said, they should have just waited. You could have easily waited. For those people who have a PC and a PlayStation, you could have, those people would have been like, hey, I'll go ahead and just play it on PlayStation. Or I'll play it on my PC. I'll buy it on Steam or buy it on, play Game Pass on my PC.
Yeah.
Now you got those people, you know what? I'll just wait. I'll just wait.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's the one thing that bothers me more than anything. Let me read this from Next Phase. And he's absolutely, he says Microsoft has already lost the hardcore when they are working, or if they're wondering if they could get Halo, Gears on a PlayStation. Elder Scrolls will be on PlayStation. All of them except Morrowind was. And listen, this is my thing right here, right? I agree 100%. Like, what the, and I said this on my Thoughts video last week, was just like, what? Let us at least, some of us Xbox gamers, throw that shade at some PlayStation people. Like, listen, man, we're gonna be playing Indiana Jones in December. You know what I'm saying? On our Xboxes through Game Pass. So if we bought that game day one, you gotta wait. And let them simmer to think if they're gonna wait a year, ever, whatever. But no, you rush. And I understand that Disney want their money, right? But damn. And I never thought, honestly, that Indiana Jones was going to stay exclusive. I always thought that Indiana Jones was going to, but now because of this so quick reactionary move, it's like you're just so desperate. I mean, you're putting in a perspective of like for people that even wanted to play Indiana Jones, which looks fascinating. Well, I'll just wait. And then on top of that, how many people will wait for the PlayStation version to go on sale? Like you just hurt the sales from fucking Disney.
Let me say one other thing. Oh, go ahead.
No. You're right. Go ahead.
And it makes it like I know we've been talking about it, what games going and what games are not. It makes me wonder. They pushed the Valve to next year. How long before? Oh, Valve's dropping this day on Xbox. Oh, and guess what? A Valve's also coming to PlayStation same day. Y'all pushed it out. They could be working on the PS5 version right now. And it makes me wonder, what are you doing? Because then Pentiment went. I know it was later on, but Pentiment went, and that was one of their games, Obsidian's games as well. So there's no telling. There you go.
That Outer Worlds too.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
So and once again, I've said it. Some of the newer IPs. I get some of the new IPs going to PlayStation. I get that. But like y'all said, those original ones, Gears, Halo, Fable, Forza, those you want to keep, you would hope they would have sense enough to keep, or not sense. They would be smart enough to keep those home and not, give them out. Right, as long as they have a console to keep it on.
Right.
But like Parax has been saying, with them shifting the software, we may get one more console generation from Xbox, and at that point in time, that's when you see everything go full. Well, then that's when you. But that's when you would be more open about giving. You know what I'm saying? Being open about bringing everything to everything, right? Like you still want. Listen, and I'm not one of these advocates that was all crazed beforehand talking about, oh, you make consoles feel secondary and all this and that, because I was sitting there like, man, listen, it is what it is. I mean, but I've always said that if Xbox kept at least 20 to 30% of their titles from all their requirements on Xbox, then the console will still be relevant. Now, I've also said this as well, that for us, everybody on this panel that are Xbox owners, and if we play on Xbox more than we play on any other platform, it's still valuable to us because we will be playing those games on Xbox before we be playing on anything else. But for new gamers and for people that are looking for a secondary console, Xbox just killed that shit. They just brutalized the Xbox console just because of the fact that they, because they're so eager to want to get this out now. So that's what I was saying. Like, I hope to God that we come to find out that Phil wasn't, that it was Disney and not Phil that said, oh, we're going to announce that this game is going to be coming out on PlayStation this early. I mean, ever.
I think it was Satya. I think it was Satya that said
I can actually understand that game because it's Disney. But if that's the case, flip it around. If Disney do that, why aren't we getting Spider-Man?
I mean, right.
Sony.
Right. But Sony has clout.
Why are we getting Wolverine?
Well, then now Wolverine's a different story. You're right.
Yeah, that's Wolverine
or X-Men, and that's a different story because Sony don't own that. So if we go into this point to where Sony has, let's say, 6 to a year exclusivity, and then, but you know what? Sony's not going to let us know that until at the last minute, if ever. And that's the thing. And that's the thing to me is like what I don't like about Xbox in this sense of like, well, we got to be more positive. No, you're just being too eager. And I'm seeing somebody in the chat that's saying that Microsoft prefers. Hold on, no. Let's see. Unfortunately, somebody else. It was basically, oh yeah, don't forget the FTC is still harassing Xbox. Right. You're right about that, Curie. But this is the problem, though, is that now hopefully if we get the right administration, we'll have more politicians that will look at Sony and then point that out. But Microsoft is here in the United States and could be easily saying, look, Sony's over here disrespecting the shit out of us. We fought for our lives to get this deal going through, and Sony is just doing away. It was starting to get started, but because of the election, everything has changed. We have to start understanding that.
Anyway, at the end of September, anyway.
What'd you say?
Lena Khan's term is up at the end of September, anyway.
I think if Harris wins, Harris Walls wins, that she'll still stay on board. It was just like I think it. Well, no, hold on. Me and Yobi was just talking about this before we started the show. Lena Khan with the whole Microsoft thing was absolutely horrid and ridiculous. But everything else that she's done outside of that has been very positive and has worked for the customers. So as Xbox, so she's done great things. She just did the most stupid thing when it comes to Microsoft because the whole thing with them is that they want to go after all corporations, right? And Microsoft says, so I get that. Microsoft do have to stay on the shit, but listen, we have to start getting some pride here in the country to where we're saying, look, Japan, your company is on some bullshit. And if you don't get your company in check, we are going to start regulating them. So that's where Lena Khan needs to get off her ass and start really paying attention instead of being so venomous about these bigger corporations. Sony is doing the worst to us. So to an American company by doing what they're doing. But yeah, no, listen, Xbox has to do better. If they don't, I fear that Xbox gamers, console gamers will be treated as second-class citizens, and Xbox is going to be done after this generation. I've been saying that anyway. So and I think Sony is going to follow suit a generation, this next coming generation or the generation after that. But Sony is going to follow suit because they have no choice. Because Xbox is going to continue to get more get more revenue going forward because of how they're doing things. But if console gamers really want to continue to stay relevant, and really want Xbox to still keep the console relevant, then they got to let their voices be heard, man. They got to. And I don't know. It's up to Saudi to really pay attention because it's not up to Phil at this point. I think that the money hats has got a hold because of the money that they spent, and we're in a position where it is. So anyway, all right, let's go to our go ahead.
No, practice still wasn't finished.
What?
Yeah, you weren't finished. You were actually still talking, dude.
My bad. Well, Prax, if you still had anything else that you wanted to say, then go ahead.
No, I'm good. No, I was finished up. Don't worry about me.
What did you think of the Capcom thing? You never answered that.
What did I think of the what?
The Capcom thing with not porting their games to Xbox.
Oh no, I think I've talked about this when we first heard about this on your podcast when they first mentioned it and said they were bringing it to like PC, Nintendo, and PlayStation, right?
PS4.
Right.
Was everybody but Xbox. And I thought that it was just a really, it's a shitty thing that they did. And whether it's Microsoft not updating the system or working with Capcom, either way, they need to work together. They got to fix it. They got to bring it out. If this was some subsidiary, small, independent game that was kind of obscure, that's one thing. This is a Capcom, this is like a mainstay Capcom fighting series multiple. And it's ridiculous that they're like, oh, we don't need to worry about that. It's stupid. It doesn't make any sense to me that they would that anybody on the Xbox team would look at that and go, eh. Like who would do that? No, you want to make sure that that's coming out. And it made me wonder if there was something that was going on that kept him from doing it, or if and sadly I think the more we talk about it and think about it, I think it is Microsoft just kind of, in some ways, dropping the ball and not really going, hey, we really need to talk to them and make sure that worked. We had it working before. Why don't we have it working now? There's no reason not to, other than laziness and a lack of caring for doing it. It just doesn't make any sense.
On both ends. Right. No, you're 100%
on
right.
either side. On either side. I mean, Capcom, in my opinion, should have come to, Xbox and said, hey, we want to make this for you, but we're struggling with this because that hasn't been updated yet or whatever, if that's the case. Right. Can we work with you guys and get this going?
Yeah,
we
Capcom did.
Yeah, if they didn't do it, that's another thing, and I'm not surprised if they didn't do it because there's a lot of Japanese companies that have kind of shunned Microsoft even to this day in some ways in certain aspects with certain series and not really worried about it too much maybe. And that's stupid to me because in the past they've worked together. So unless somebody has ruined the relationship or unless it's just, like I said, it's just Microsoft and them both really not even paying attention or caring about it, it doesn't make sense to me why they would just let that lapse. And it's stupid. They need to resolve this. And for them, if they don't resolve it, it makes me wonder what had happened, if there's a breakdown of the relationship or if it's something other than that, but it doesn't make any sense. Like I said, it's coming to Nintendo, it's coming to PC and Sony, and it would have to be somebody working outside, going way outside to stop it from happening. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It's not that big of a, I mean, it'll make money, but it's not new. It's not a giant new franchise, AAA game that is like that Sony would want to hoard the money. This is something that's been out a long time that everybody wants, other than just to screw people. But I think more than anything, I think it's just them both not caring enough to take care of it, and they need to do it.
Well, I'm going to ask this question to you about Concord, since we're right here. Concord stream is in-game players are under 200 players. Do you have faith in Sony? Do you have faith that Sony can make a strong, long-standing live service game? And do you feel that Concord can find a way to survive? I'm going to go straight to you on this one since you just brought this up, Darth. Go ahead, man. Let me hear your thoughts.
I don't have a lot of faith in the game. The game to me doesn't stand out. It looks kind of like a cut and paste copy of Guardians of the Galaxy and other things. There are aspects that look like they're okay, but it's not dynamic enough to me to really stand out. And I think they could make a live service game. I think they keep picking the wrong things. I for whatever reason, they keep trying different things that don't make sense to me for making something into a live service game. This one, like I said, it doesn't resonate with me at all. It just leaves me kind of like, whatever. And they should be focusing on other franchises that are sitting in their stable that they've not touched to try to do some things with. I mean, they could compete with something like, I mean, they keep talking about like they can't compete or they keep insinuating they can't compete with something like Call of Duty, and they've got plenty in their stable to do something with, and they just don't do anything. And I don't know if they're just making excuses for it. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
No, it really don't, but I don't know. Do you think that Concord will sustain? Like, I mean, I don't know, man. It's a week. This game came out a week later. This game came out last week, and it's it's doing shit.
It's doing shit. Yeah. The biggest thing is, just, let's put in perspective. Did you ever hear or any of you ever play MOBAs like Smite?
Yes, I did play a little bit of Smite. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay. So there was a MOBA that came out that was on the PS4 and PC, and it was called Paragon. And I was not into MOBAs, and Sony had helped fund it. They were part of, like, I believe it was, I want to say it was an Epic game. It was an Epic game. It was developed by Epic. So the problem was the game was a MOBA. I've never played a MOBA before, and it wasn't like Smite exactly. it was like it was a 3/4 perspective kind of 3D map, and it was unique. And it was unique enough that in a mobile game, I played Smite and I wasn't interested in it. I played this one and I was like enthralled by the game. It drew me in and I loved playing that fucking game. My buddy got me into it and we just started playing it. And what happened is all the Smite players came in and they nitpicked it to death and said, it's not enough like Smite, you need to change. And the developers listened to them and altered the game so much. And then all the Smite players were like, yeah, you fucked it up, and left. And the game was canceled. It was like literally shut down because of that. It was like in early preview, and it never came out of it because of that. And it really upset me to see the kind of things that gamers would do and who they would listen to and who they would follow along with instead of just keeping true and making a game interesting and enjoyable. And there were a lot of people really enjoyed it, but the Smite community basically destroyed it because they really didn't want a competition to Smite. They like Smite and they saw this as trouble. And so they basically, in my opinion, they got rid of it. And it really, anyway, I'm sorry about the drift off, but it just reminds me. It reminds me of this, and it reminds me of a similar situation. The difference with this is Paragon had a hell of a lot of people supporting it. This one doesn't. This one does not. And I do not see this one specifically. I don't see it making it. The problem is if Sony keeps making decisions like this, they're not going to want to make decisions like this in the future.
Yep. I don't know. I'll get my points on this later. Yobi, your thoughts on this, man? Concord. I'm just saying, like, I mean, do you feel that
Megan,
this? Yes,
let
sir.
me stop you right there.
Oh Lord.
I'm gonna skip this conversation. I don't care for the game. Move on.
Like that?
Like that. I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Bro,
so
I'm gonna be with you. I don't care what game I really wanted. I wanted that Spider-Man multiplayer game.
that Spider-Man multiplayer, that MMO Spider-Man was.
I'm still in my
that
feelings,
looked
bro. I'm
tough.
still in my feelings.
That looked tough. That looked tough. Man. That as an Xbox dude.
I was in my feelings, bro.
If they dropped that would have made me feel nervous about Xbox if they would, you know what I'm saying, with their multiplayer games, because that Spider-Man MMO would have been tough. Because I would have been playing the shit out of that. I would have been on PlayStation Network a lot playing that.
Right there with you. Right there with you.
You're right. Okay. All right. That's fine. That's respectful. Viper, your thoughts about this situation with Concord. Can we trust Sony making a long-standing live service game, man, after this situation? I mean, this game has been in development for 8 years. This game is also is produced over almost $300 million. And it's got less than 200 people playing it right now after a week's launch. I mean, does Sony have the recipe, or is this just an aberration?
This is not the same Sony that brought us Resistance, Stonecoin, and all these other multiplayer games of the past. This is a different Sony. So don't even bother asking this damn question. Take that shit back to Hades.
That was funny.
God, that's so funny. Send that shit to Hades. Yeah,
that was
right.
funny. That was funny.
I haven't said that in a long time either. So yeah, you're right. Very good. Very good.
To Hades.
All right. I'm gonna go to Sir X-Man on this one. Sir X-Man don't look like he's there though.
Nope, don't care. Keep going.
Damn. All right, Husky.
I didn't get my points off on the thing. You skipped right past me after practice. I'm done.
Get out your feeling.
What you mean I skipped you? What points did I skip you on?
When y'all were talking about the last topic, I got totally skipped. I said, let me go last.
No. You shouldn't have skipped. I came to you first, and you should have said what you had to say.
I said, put me last. And I just said,
You did. Okay. All right. So go ahead. Say what you got to say. Say what you got to say.
Let it go.
Say what you got to say, motherfucker.
Say what you got to say before I go to Husky.
Oh my God.
Man.
Go.
Yeah. Pop yourself. Go ahead. Yeah, you brought yourself back on here. Go ahead and say what you got to say.
Come on.
And then Husky's gonna sit there and send us home tonight. Go ahead.
Bro, you got 5 seconds. You don't say nothing. You go to Husky.
You're muted.
Go ahead.
He's muted. Lord have mercy.
Get more than 5 seconds. If Kate Megan can have an hour, I can have more time. Thank you.
Have an hour. I may have had maybe 15 minutes, but I ain't had no hour.
Tell him how you feel. Go ahead. Tell him how you feel.
Go ahead and talk. Go.
All right. Obama, Bill Gates, as CEOs, do you think they would have let this shit happen?
Bill Gates don't give a fuck.
Bill Gates would have let it happen.
He don't give a fuck.
No, Ballmer would not. Ballmer would not.
Bill Gates want money.
Not let this go like this. Obama
No. Bill Gates would have let it cook, but no. Ballmer would be like, nah, bro. We gotta.
We keep what we kill.
We keep what we kill. Thank you.
Because Bill Gates got involved because they said they want to make a game console that does internet in your house. That's when he got involved. So Bill Gates would have said nope. Steve Ballmer, we already know he would have said no. Sadia is cut from a different loin. And he's the CEO that just wants to just think about making money no matter where you go. Not about the fans. He doesn't really care about the fans. He cares about the stock options. He cares about those things.
He's the Godfather.
Yeah.
He is not the Godfather. He's just the guy who runs shit.
No, he's the Godfather. No. That's what a Godfather do. A Godfather's like, look, I want to make my money and my team
he's just a boss.
Bigger and better. He's a boss. He's the final boss. Like, listen, we can't disrespect the mighty Saudi.
I'm not calling him Godfather. He's just a boss.
He's the final boss.
Yeah, that was me who started that Godfather.
He ain't the Rock. Let's not do that.
I'm telling you.
But
you gotta know your role.
But on this way, Microsoft is making mistakes. They better not get rid of their franchise. The big boys. You don't do that. Everything else fine. And I did think they were wrong with how they did the end of Dawn. Damn Jeff Keighley. Fucking sellout.
He's not a sellout. He's a PlayStation dude. He's doing what he do.
Yeah, he's a sellout for his kind, but that's
you can't be a sellout for your kind. No.
Sony and IGN, bro. Come on.
He's not selling out. Continue.
He's not a sellout. Yeah. He's not a sellout. He's been who he is. Like he's not a sellout.
That's how I feel about it. Let it go.
Okay. All right. Let it go. All right. Show respect.
Listen, you could talk that shit, but
show respect to our elders, Yobi. So let this man cook. Let this man cook. Go ahead. Let him cook. Let's cook his motherfucking gizzards and onions.
Go ahead, Baldy.
I might make some gizzards up tomorrow. This shit sounds good.
Yeah.
A little hot sauce and barbecue sauce.
See?
Good.
Oh, listen to that, boy. Listen to that. Listen to them boomers. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, continue.
But they like Husky said, and it's true, we've been saying this forever. As soon as Microsoft gets on the roll, things get going, they shoot themselves in the foot every damn time they see people being happy. For the console. And I can understand PC. That's fine. You're Microsoft. Your stuff should be on PC stuff. But I'm sorry. Stop being a captain save a holder, Sony. I'm sorry. Look how they just did you with the Wukong game. Look how they did you. It was nasty. It was not expected. But they said, fuck Xbox. We're going to do what we want. They say they friends with you and y'all all cool in the boardroom and everything like that when y'all had these little company meetings. But guess what? They stabbing you in the back every single damn time.
Every time. No, Yobi, I got to disagree. Every time Sony out here got the knife right there. They got the knife sitting on the goddamn table and when they talking to Microsoft. Every time.
I know that Marvel is part of that game because they do own the Indiana Jones license and all that. But you could have gave that game more time. They they make you wait for games sometimes. You know, we've waited for some games that finally got to play that Xbox. But what? It's 2 years when we normally get the game from Sony. 2 years.
Right. You're right. What's that game that's coming next year from that was a time exclusive. The one Kaminga, the one you played, the one with the black chick as the main character.
Oh, Forspoken. Yeah, Forspoken. Yeah.
It's supposed to be a 1 year deal.
It was two.
Yeah.
It was two.
Yeah, no, it was 2 year deal.
And I'm
It
gonna
was
play
2
that
year
game.
deal.
That game was good. You just have to
Really
get
good.
through it.
You'll be annoyed by her in the beginning, but I promise you, if you keep playing, you'll find that game is really special. It's a really good
I'll
game.
play that because I'm not trying to support Square Enix like that though, but I will play the game because of the protagonist. It's interesting.
Because you got a sister. I got you. Let's go.
And
Hey, fuck that. Hold on, Sir X-Man. Let me just put this out here. I am not going to let these white boys get out here and keep telling us what we need to see on games. And I have to hold my tongue when I say I'm happy to see a sister, a brother, or anybody else, a person of color, being in a game. Fuck them. Yeah, I'm happy about it. Bring me more black people. Bring me more sisters. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, somebody came to me and said, well, you play the first Descendant and they're all look like white folk. Yeah, I know, but they built like white, black, Brazilian, Latino women. You know what I'm saying? Listen, it is what it is.
Definitely am.
Well, I'm just saying this is that
I know what you're saying. Trust me, I know that one. I see it
right,
all the time.
well, no. But what I'm saying is that you got these grifters out here that will tell you that, like what you just said in the beginning, but then when we sit there and you try to get calm about it, like, oh no, fuck that. I want to see more Spartan Lock. I want to see a more dark-skinned black man be in command and knock the shit out of fucking Spartan, out of motherfucking out of Master Chief, break his goddamn helmet, show him like, listen, this is this motherfucking African funk on your ass. I want more of that. I want more of that, and then have a down ass white boy on the team like motherfucking Buck that's saying, listen, you my leader. I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. You know what? I would not be saying this like this if I didn't hear so many grifters that would come at me about me being proud about motherfucking Spartan Lock. I'm tired of these white boys getting at me about me sitting there being proud of motherfucking Black Pride. I'm tired. They tore me up. They tore me up. Bro, they sit there.
They beat your legs.
Yeah, bro, they beat my legs, they beat my chest, they beat my head. And they sit there and try to tell me that I should be more proud of a white man that we don't even see that has a helmet than when I see a brother that sits there is over here in command doing his shit with a multicultural crew. White man. Bro, fuck you. Fuck them and fuck all that bullshit. I want more motherfucking Spartan Lock. I want more of Team Osiris. I love my Master Chief. I have no problem with sitting there saying I represent for a white man. Listen, everybody that knows me knows that I love Captain America. I always say, with my family, that's the baddest white man on the planet. I have no problem saying that. Why
He's a bad motherfucker.
Why is there more white folk?
Because that's America's ass.
Yeah, well, that's America's ass. Let it be America's ass. But why is there not enough?
Hell no.
Why is there not enough white Americans that do this grifting bullshit? Not all, of course, because most white Americans have common sense. But why is there not enough white Americans that will sit there and say Spartan Locke is my person that I stand for, that I want to represent, and I want to see. That's my brother. Don't put your head down. Stand up.
Are you done now?
No, fuck no. No. Like I said, I got one more episode of GRG. When I do my last GRG, I'm going to be even extra ignorant, so I ain't giving a fuck about it. I am tired and sick of these so-called people that say that they are not about this racism.
Let's serve Myth Fender before you go.
Yeah, I will, but I'm tired and sick of it. When you brought up Spartan Locke, when you brought up Halo, shit to me, it made me feel.
That's right, man.
Gut. You know what I'm saying? Every time that I see one of these motherfucking racist these low-cut racist white motherfuckers, I want to put hands on them. I want to put these motherfucking black hands on them. With my light-skinned black hands on them, because they don't even know what a motherfucking black person that's mixed, what it represents. They always sit there, fuck you. I'm going to whoop your ass like a motherfucking real one. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to show you what a black man does with his light skin do to you. Because you don't know how to motherfucking handle this shit properly. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead, sir, man.
I don't know if it's safe to say anything. But my point on that part was that there's no excuse for Microsoft to keep being nice to them like that.
No.
Like I said, I understand about the Marvel thing. You know, with Indiana Jones. That is what that is. But you don't bring Halo, Forza, and Gears and Fable over there. Those are your mainstays. You keep them to your damn self. Anything by your original studios, I can understand the new studios that you bought. They had some things over there on Sony stuff. Those I can kind of forgive, but not your mainstay. That's like you bring in a new Crimson Sky, right? And you say, oh, we're going to put that on Sony too. That was your game. You didn't have, they didn't have that. Anything that you made original on your console, you keep that where the fuck it's at. Now, my second thing about the Capcom thing, and this is going to get nasty.
Yeah.
Excuse me, but isn't MT Framework software? It's software. You can put a patch for that software on the goddamn next-gen consoles. These systems can handle it, just like PC can handle a next-gen the framework rework. They still got them embedded. It's not a turn-on thing. It's a patch.
From what we've been hearing,
software.
So X-Men, from what we've been hearing, I've read somewhere that it's not that simple.
And this, okay, I see what you're saying, and I got you, Yobi. I got you, Yobi.
No, I'm just telling you what I read. I read somewhere they said it's not that simple as flipping a switch.
But with
Microsoft,
real quick, with all the knowledge that Microsoft and these other software companies have all over the years, you mean to tell me that they can't make patches for these next-gen consoles?
What Microsoft did was they took out the MT framework information out of their
But that was stupid, though. That was stupid. It's just what Darth said. And I agree with Sir X-Man 100%. It's just what Darth said. Why would you be that ill? Would be that?
They were that stupid. They were stupid.
I don't want to use the word stupid. I just think that I don't think it's being stupid. I just think it's more being that. Go ahead, Sir X-Man.
You get patches out for every damn game out there.
Yes.
Every damn game. Yeah. And you can't get a patch, create a patch to fix this shit. Yeah. Come on now.
Yeah.
This is bullshit and it's a lie. And you're screwing people to the fans. The reason why, here we go. Those games could not play on the PlayStation properly. they could not play on the Switch properly. But you made it so they can't go. So now, you know them other games they can play on the PlayStation 4, but you can play that on the PlayStation 5. But now you're giving those games that ran good on the Saturn, perfect on the fucking Saturn. Ran perfect on the Dreamcast. Because remember, the versions that the PlayStation got, you know, back in the day, they didn't do everything. You couldn't select a player cross-play, you know, crossover like that on the PlayStation. You had to wait till the player died. You couldn't have a peekaboo in the game because those systems on the PlayStation 2 could not do it that good. Even the PS, you know, even the PS1 they brought couldn't do it right. Only the Saturn could. Only the Dreamcast could run Marvel vs. Capcom 3. They couldn't do it on the PlayStation. The version that they brought on the PlayStation didn't run. They did not have the original Power Stones on the PlayStation. They put it in the portable, but they did not have it on the PlayStation PlayStation 2. They didn't have it. Dreamcast had it because that system ran better. And guess what? That was Windows CE. You trying to tell me that you couldn't port them games over to Xbox? I'm sorry. It's bullshit, Capcom.
Okay.
You're being lazy, and it's not right. It ain't with all these software over those years and software upgrades and the advancements that we have right now since those games came out. You really gonna sit there and tell us that you couldn't port them over there? Don't give me that excuse about, well, maybe Xbox needs to pay us to hook it up and do some software work. You're a major publisher and developer of games. You trying to tell me you could not do that on your own? Sorry, that's bullshit, and I'm going to call it like I see it. There's no way those two games and the SNK one could not be running on Xbox with online. There's no way. Because you patch everything else, Capcom. You patch everything else, all the other games that say they can't come in. That's total bullshit. And I'm sorry, it's a software issue. You can embed NP in there.
No. It's not being lazy. It's not being sorry. But I mean,
stop saying that. It's not lazy.
Let me read some of this from the chat. Curie, thank you so much. She's like, don't hold your tongue, K Mega. Keep talking. I say it. People will just ignore me because I'm a woman, and that's another thing too. Because I sit there and I hear this. Well, no. I you know what? And I'm going to speak this for a woman, trans woman, any woman out here. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to be a little bit political on this. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck. I only got one more episode left of GRG. If you don't want to listen, who gives a fuck? I don't care. I get offended every time that when somebody has this is one of my biggest pet peeves of this situation. I don't care who you want to vote for, as long as you vote. If you're a person that's going to vote, then you have a voice. If you one of these assholes that get out here and say, I don't like this, I don't like that, but then I don't like the political system, so I'm not going to vote, you're a fool to me. You're a jester. You don't make sense to me because you're over here jumping into something that it just, and it's the same thing with the gaming situation. Like, you will talk bad about a game, but you refuse to play it, or you won't play it because it's not your favorite type of game. It's just, it just kind of falls in that same space. But this is my thing. When you have people that will come in here that will disrespect women, talk bad about women, say something bad about women, over-sexualize women, which I be seeing a lot of what these grifters do out here in the space. Well, I listen. I love all the thickness, and yams from the First Descendant. Trust me, the new character that they made, they made that girl thick to the mother.
This guy, bro.
Hey, Mega, I'm gonna get you a shirt that says, "I'm here for the yamage."
I'm here for the yamage, bro. I'm all for it. But what I'm also here for is that when I
started,
no. But what I'm also here for is is Aloy. Bro, that redhead out there doing the most, running from one fucking part of the city to another part of town to another part of the continent, whatever. Being a badass. You think that she should have makeup and looking fine? No, this bro, this weird. Fighting mechanical beasts? No, hell no. And you think that she should look. I promise you, if you sit there and if this was a real situation, that chick would not look or smell good because she putting in work to stay alive. She need a shower right after the work, and she's going to bed, and she's not going to cook you dinner. She's not going to look like a goddamn model. She's going to take her ass to bed, and she's going to be like, yo, I'm saving your punk ass. Leave me alone. Don't touch me right now. Right? Like, come on. Is any man that's ever dealt with any type of woman or women in their life know how women are when they are in their element of working hard, dealing with situation or whatever? I feel bad for the incels because there's a lot of them that are single, insecure, and think that a woman should look and act like a certain way and also be dumb and dingy. They can't be too intelligent to check your punk ass because you're dumb and dingy. It makes me absolutely, it just blows my fucking mind, right? So anyway, other than that, Curie, I stand firm for you and everybody else that comes in here on this podcast and everybody else that's been a part of this podcast that has had a voice, that has said something that is about being about uplifting and also being a strong woman. Because if you looked at the stats of how women have jumped into gaming, it's not too much further than men. And I hate that people are bringing in this garbage to make a point to where they feel that, yeah, every game needs to look like Stellar Blade and every game needs to look like the First Descendant. No, I like it, but I don't want every game to look like that. I want to see a grounded woman get through adversity. I want to see a grounded person of color get through adversity. I want to see a grounded white person get through adversity. I want to see great stories. And that's just what it is. What'd you say?
Tomb Raider.
Yes.
Tomb Raider.
Yes. Man, I'm all up in here. I'm over looking at that, man, shit. I want that white girl to succeed. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you know what I'm saying? I'm all about Laura Croft making it happen. You know what I'm saying? So I hate that the way that they do this, and I hate the way that they push this. It makes me sick to my stomach, and it shouldn't be in gaming, and we shouldn't be talking about this to this level and this degree. It's a problem that you know what I'm saying, that we shouldn't even discuss, because as all of us as gamers, all of us in this space, we are so diverse. We're more diverse than any other entertainment in the world. How the fuck do you want to sit there and put this into a box and say, this is what's good and this is what's bad?
Okay, Meg, I got something to add to your stance real quick. Because I did want to bring this up on this topic. I'm really tired of these people talking about how, and this is about the Capcom thing, that's saying people don't want this damn game. People don't care about this game. I am so tired of that. Why are the Xbox people upset about this game? Nobody cares about this game. It's too old. You don't know, and I'm pissed off because they don't know how big this shit is, because they never had a chance to play it and enjoy it and experience what we experienced. Right. They don't get it. And
like, bro,
fuck off.
Bro, I don't know, Yobi. I mean, you and me have been playing, and if Dark Ottomans was here, we've been playing Star Wars. Now, one time, if I looked at this girl and say, man, I want to get turned on to where I want to sit there and arouse myself. I'm into the story. Like, yo, this is crazy. Yo, what's happening? Like, I don't like that one time I'm sitting here thinking about, like, listen, when I'm playing First Ascended, I'll sit there and I'll pop in and I'll see a bunny, you know what I'm saying, with that thong up her ass, and I'm like, woof, Lord have mercy. Ooh, that's hot.
But don't remind us of that frame of that girl with the damn bikini thing on that you kept on the damn screen.
Well, yeah, no. Okay, so yeah, no, bring that up. But you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at that. But the only thing I'm thinking about is like, man, shit, that white girl look hot. I'm gonna smash my wife tonight.
Dude, you went from the ass with that woman, and then you showed her boob.
Yeah, she looked good. The animation was fantastic.
Remember that?
But it's not to the point to where I'm sitting here scrutinizing and saying, well, Tekken, you need to have your women more thicker, or Mortal Kombat, I need to have more thicker boobs and more TNA to be in. What?
Bro, what up, my guy?
Yeah, what kind of sick shit are we doing? So again,
what's up, Umber?
Yeah. What's going on with you? I just gotta. It just blows my mind to where people have taken this shit to this point. And listen, I don't ever run away from these topics. I like to stand on them. I don't like so much to have the people on my panel sit there and have to deal with me when I get into these rants. That's why I do this shit myself. But I just find it to be very problematic to where when we see good games, and Star Wars don't have to be a goddamn 10 out of 10, but this game is not bad. Me and Yobi has been playing it. Dark Optimus is playing it. This shit is fun. It's a good, fun game to try it out. And I think that the game is worth buying. I really do. Because the content in the game alone is better than half of the shit that some of these people be promoting. But it is what it is. All right. I've done my rant. Let's get the hell out of here. It's already 12:03. If my man Husky want to hit the club, go get him some wings and some motherfucking a cherry pie. I gotta let this man hit the streets. So you know what I'm saying? Let me go hit him up first. What you going? Hey man, listen.
Ain't nothing open this late but legs and Waffle House.
Bro, hold on. We all want some legs to be open and maybe some Waffle House. I don't know. I love me some Waffle House.
I do too. But my legs in another room. I ain't got.
I can't call no more problem. Where can they find you at, brother? Where can they find you at?
Man, you'll find me on Twitter, or X or whatever, IG, and on TikTok. That's primarily where I be, man. Your
TikTok that man be on TikTok, man. Go follow my brother on TikTok, man. He is on TikTok like crazy. Man. I need to follow his path.
Appreciate it, man. Streaming, I'm in your Boston, trying to get on consistently streaming on TikTok and Twitch as well under the same name, the Husko Kage everywhere. So yeah, I'll be here whenever Cable Makers decides to do the so-called last episode of GRG.
I will do this. Well, no. It is the last episode. December is the last episode, but I will do this in between. If you brothers come to me, no. That is according to what kind of mood I'm in, because I'm really enjoying not doing it. But I'm just saying.
I guarantee the last episode, King Man gonna be drunk. Watch.
Yeah, I'm gonna be fucking lit. I'm gonna be gone. Y'all gonna have to tell me to shut up, and I'm gonna have to just go away and let y'all just control the show, because I'm gonna be lit. Last show at GRG on December, I'm out. Knowing I'm finna go overseas to Honduras and Belize, I'm out. Fuck y'all. I ain't worried about this. What did you do to me on my last episode of GRG? Nothing. Okay, yeah, I will be drunk. You right, Yobi. I'll be drunk to the motherfucker. Hey, y'all gotta come to me and tell me, Darth, you or Viper or Husky or Star X-Man or Yobi, who is going to be the host of the show, because I might just sit here and be like this, just drinking the whole time, like, and y'all might just avoid me. It might be best because I'll be totally, y'all motherfucker, I'm here. So anyway, I might be the so y'all better talk amongst yourselves on the last episode of GRG. Who's gonna be the host? Because I might not be the host.
For a while, remember that day?
You did. Anyway, Husky he's still got to do his thing. I'm sorry, Husky. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that was it. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't remember what I was finished just telling you where I was, man. And I was supposed to talk about something else, but I can't remember. So
I know because I just don't shut up. That's my fault.
He do that when he rants. He can't remember.
I know.
It's okay.
Yes.
Go follow you on TikTok, man.
Yes, Umbra. I'm ending the GRG podcast. My last episode is going to be on December after the VGAs. This is the second to the last episode. Now, again, I will say this. I will give my brothers on the panel an opportunity to talk to me to say, hey, let's do this podcast because this news came up and I want to talk about it. Between now and then, and I'm cool with it. But once that in December, whenever the VGAs drop, and then GRG is done. We're done. I'm done with doing the GRG podcast. It's over. I'm done with it. So we can do that. All right. I know people don't believe me. I don't know why. I'm just saying.
I believe you 100%.
Yeah. You know, I'm not bullshitting. When I say I'm done, I'm done. I mean, now am I done streaming or doing gaming content in the sense of me doing something solo? No, but yeah.
I know you guys My Thoughts podcast, so you know.
Yeah.
Well, not really a podcast.
My streams or whatever, and then I'm going to be streaming, but whatever. But I don't mind doing stuff with everybody on the panel. If somebody say, "Hey, Mega, I want to do something," then let me know. Just hit me up and just say, "I want to talk about this, and I want you to be here with me." I'm with that. I ain't tripping about that. But whatever. Darth, I know that you want to sit there, and I know that you are enjoying the comforts of staying up late at night, all night long now. It is a great feeling as somebody that is retired myself because of injury. It's not because I wanted to, because my job beat the fuck out of me. And then until I broke, then they said, hey, all right, go ahead. Yeah, they beat my legs in until they say, all right, we'll give you a little bit. We'll give you a pension for the rest of your life. That's fine. All right. Well, so
that's nice.
Yeah. It's
nice.
It's not what my check. I was thinking that my pension was going to be what my checks was, but they was like, nah, bro. You'll just get this little cut, but that's okay. I'll deal with it. But anyway, how you doing, Darth? What's going on? Let everybody know where they can find you at. As usual, and thank you for coming through, brother. As usual.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me, man.
Always.
X is you'll find me on X at Praxis Darth. Also, my buddy released the game on Steam. It's called Super Polygon Grand Prix, and I do the voice for the menus. And actually, you'll hear me throughout the race too. So I'm in the game pretty much throughout. But also on Xbox. If only if you want to.
I get it. Support. Yeah, no doubt.
Oh, also Xbox on at Darth Praxis and on Fridays at Wasted with Wise. So,
no doubt.
Yeah,
that is it.
No doubt. Sir X Man, like I know that you're a thought for everybody's podcast or whatever, but just know where you got.
Hey, Megan, read that super chat.
Oh shit! Let me read that super chat. Oh shit! DJ Birdo Das said GRG is back in 2025, rebranded as Pants Off There. You know what? I could. The Pants Off Dance Off podcast. You know I'm about the Pants Off Dance Off. I love the Pants Off Dance Off, but
you wouldn't dare.
What you mean I wouldn't dare? What would I dare? You two don't scare me. You two listen. I would. Day one. Did you forget? Well, hold on. Y'all guys didn't know. When I was starting to do the sports podcast with me 100, oh my God, I can't think of my other Oklahoma brother that was on here, older guy. Me, him, 100, and it was going to be whatever random guest that was going to play. I went to J-Dub, the real J-Dub, the guy that's made logos and everybody for everybody. I sit there. Yeah, graphics god. Yeah, the graphics god. I sit there and I went to him. I said, "Yo, I need this logo," and I still have this logo. It's called the Jocks Off Hour, and I mean the Jocks Off podcast. I still have it. I still have the logo.
That don't
You gonna use it?
like the
You
Jack
gonna use it?
podcast.
Huh?
No. Oh,
You gonna use it?
I don't know.
I mean, you retiring GRG.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
We can top it up by 4.
What were you talking about jocking off? The Jocks Off Hour? Like, bro, I mean, it's perfect. It's perfect.
Off. Wow.
Jocks Off.
You want to get it?
Bro,
We get into some sports, man.
let's go, man. Listen, I'm all about sports. I'm all about politics. I love it. You know what I've been telling you, Sir X-Man, on the side? You know, you down for it? I don't know, man. I don't know. But anyway, I still got that logo. I still got that goddamn logo.
You see that gleam of hope in his eye. You look. You retiring GRG. You gonna need something else.
Look at y'all trying to
I'm just saying.
Y'all trying to keep me going, bro. No, man, I'm old now, bro. Anyway.
wait till November 5th. You know he gonna come on.
Hell no. Hell no. I'm gonna be gaming. Shit. I'm gonna be gaming and making love. I don't know what you're talking about.
He gonna be celebrating a woman president. That's what he gonna be celebrating.
Jesus, I hope we celebrating a woman president, because we are, bro. Shit, you might be right. You might be right. I might be like, shit, let's start this podcast. Let's go. Anyway, because if Trump comes in, Lord have mercy, I don't know how I feel. Lord, oh shit. Anyway, let's keep it pushing.
He's trying to move to where Loki is.
Oh, if I might be in South Africa with Loke. Shit, talking.
Wakanda, Texas.
Yeah, hell yeah. Learning how to eat breakfast with blood sausage and baked beans. Anyway,
Wow.
Darth, where can they find you at, brother? Where can they find you at?
You got me already. You got me already.
I did. I completely forget that, man. Sir X-Man had me all flabbergasted with that.
He might have.
I am not drunk. He had me flabbergasted. That shit made me scared. Like, goddamn, I might have to leave the goddamn country. Anyway, all right, Yobi, where can they find you at, man?
At Twitter, at Legendary Yobi. You want to find my gaming tag? It's in my bio. Peace, love, life, all that good shit.
Peace, love, life, and I thought I was gonna see you in Tampa, but you said you stay in Miami.
I live in Miami, man. Bro, see, you don't never pay attention to me, bro.
I do pay attention. You one of my favorite people. What are you talking about? Pay attention all the time. All the time.
Where did you get Tampa? Yo, sir, man, where did you get Tampa from?
I don't know, because it's in Florida. I thought this shit was all the same until I seen the map, and I was like, God damn, that's way out there. That's miles away.
Yo, Husky, what's wrong with him, man?
Oh man,
I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure
You missed your opportunity, Husky. You could have suggested Jujutsu Kaisen.
Stop it. See, Darth, you and ask. Stop it. What was it called again? GG? Whatever. I can't do that anymore.
Okay, there you go.
All right. Okay. Viper, my man. Thank you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's waiting for my demise. They talking bad about me now. So, you know what I'm saying? I know that you're going to talk good about your bro.
Hey, but Mega.
Yes, sir.
If they're waiting for your demise, you hit that soundbite, ready to your mother.
Oh shit! I know, and I don't got that. Hey, Sir X-Man, hit that. Yeah, it's right there.
Hey, Mega, this is what I think about you not doing more podcasts.
Oh wow.
Man,
let me hang it up, man.
Let me hang it up, brother. Let me hang it up. Anyway,
GRG had a good run, bro.
Yeah, GRG had a good run.
Look, he gonna hit up everybody on January 1st. Hey man, I'm getting the band back together. What y'all
That's what he said, man. I changed my mind. I'm ready to get back. I'm ready to get everybody going back again. Anyway, Oh, Viper, man, where can you find us at, man? Come on, man. I ain't one of them dudes, man. I hated. I mean, I don't hate, but I always thought that was such a disservice to the listeners and to the people that was a part of that group.
Thank all of you for your unwavering support for PlayStation.
Thank you. No doubt, no doubt. Anyway, Viper, where can they find you at, brother? Where can they find you at?
You can find me on Xbox at RG Viper X. You'll find me on Steam at Venomous Viper, Twitter Venomous Viper, and let's see what else. I think that's it. Yeah, just gonna be very busy for the next 3 years.
Let's go.
I'll be jumping in once in a while to different podcasts if anybody will have me.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Then
Of
course,
they're gonna have you, bro.
Yeah,
you gotta watch out. How are they gonna have you? Be careful.
Pause.
Then of course, when I graduate and pass my NCLEX, then I'll be injecting that venom into everybody.
Oh, say pause. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are what Viper just said. I will not get any ad revenue, so I will allow that. So anyway, thank you so much. This man's
episodes to do it. We're getting money, dude.
Anyway, yeah, it's over. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it, man. Thank you, fellas, for coming on through. I know, you know what I'm saying, we've been so random. The next podcast, the last GRG podcast, will be the
day after the award.
The day after the VGAs in December. So I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Will I be emotional? I probably won't, but we'll see.
You would. You're gonna have alcohol in your system. Man, listen, don't do that.
You drunk and sleep. If that's the case, I'll be like,
no, Husky, listen, I'm tell you what, you go get pissy drunk before the show starts. Watch.
Oh yeah, I'll probably get started before the show. Probably like, cause it's the end of the road. Yeah.
Is that he go by the end of the show? That's what he gonna be singing all in the microphone.
Yeah. That's awful. Anyway, y'all stupid. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Really do appreciate it. Thank you.
What is that?
Good night, everyone. We will see you on the last episode of GRG. Thank you. Everybody have a good one. Peace. Oh, yeah. Hold on. I got to say it. I forgot. It's GRG. Hey, I'm living through you guys. So if
he's
that
living
means
vicariously through you.
Yes, I'm living vicariously through you. I'm a married man, a happy married man, but this is things right now. It's 12:19 Oklahoma time, you know what I'm saying? And this is my thing, right?
Before you finish,
yes,
look
sir.
What Umber just put. He said you gotta have a big send off, K Mega. Bring in a bunch of the content creators too.
Bro, anybody that wants to come in, that wants to say what's up, I will reach out to you. I will reach out to you guys beforehand to see how many people will come on through, and that'll be a great send off. So no doubt about it. No doubt. I will reach out for sure. Anyway, so thank you guys again. It's still early. Y'all can hit the clubs, y'all can hit the spots, y'all can do the damn thing. I gotta live through y'all because I'm a married man. I'm a happy married man, actually. So you know what I'm saying? So the situation is, I don't know about Husky. Husky might be ready to risk it all. I don't know. Look at him.
Leave that man alone.
That man got things in his mouth right now. That man says, shit, let's go. He be ready to hit the Waffle House right after the spot. So anyway.
Out there.
Listen, first thing, I love my wife. Second thing, I'm scared of child support. So there you go. I ain't going.
Bro, let's talk about it. Hey, man, and there's all these extra diseases going on out here, man. I'm seeing
real. That's real.
Like,
that's the third thing right there. It's too much going on. Mess around and catch some stuff. You go to the doctor, they tell you why you came. They ask you why you came here. We can't fix that, son. You good?
Yeah. You go back home to your wife. I'm like, well, I gotta try to explain that. No, bro. I don't want no problems.
I don't know who sent you, but I need you to get up out of here and leave. You take the check with you,
So everybody, enjoy yourself, but make sure you protect yourself. And as always, when you find something, you know what I'm saying, like K-Mega tells you, you know what I'm saying, enjoy that pants off, dance off. Everybody have a good night. We out. Peace.
Hey, thanks for checking out the GRG podcast. All your gaming news and our special topic of the week. Make sure to join us every Friday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 p.m. Central, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. This was the GRG podcast.